epitome of real, the definition of truth. Nikki C and the place to be. Love yourself, know yourself, be true to yourself, and stay fly. Peace, what it do, y'all? Y'all know what it is. It's me, Nikki C. I'm in the place to be, and I am on frequencies. What's good, y'all? Let me get Ricky Fareed up here with me so he can be my co-host for tonight. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, lots and lots of things to talk about. These people are crazy. So I dropped a link for you, Rick. Feel free to come on up when you get prepared to. So, guys, we've been going over the P-Diddy case here on Nikki C's frequencies, and I've had a few of my people come up here and chop it up with me about the case. And it's just been so many things going on with this case, so many disappointments, so many things. And it's not that people are disappointed because we wanted to see Diddy go down. Diddy was participating in some things that he shouldn't have been participating in. Let's just keep it 100. And now that his back is against the fucking wall, everybody coming out the woodworks with all these other things that I'm not feeling. I'm not feeling a lot of this shit that's going on. So, number one, the things we expected in the case are not what was presented to us. That's number one. Because nobody expected all these ladies to be at the trial testifying against Diddy. We didn't expect that. We thought it was going to be a whole different thing going on. That's number one. Number two is we had content creators from YouTube. What's up, Ricky? I'm trying to go too fast, huh?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's good? So I was just saying that, everything that we thought we was going to see with this trial was not what we saw. And we had content creators travel to New York to be a part of the trial. They started doing this when Tory Lanez went on trial. The first person I really seen going to the trials was a lady called Nick at Night. Nick at Night was one of the people that was at the Tory Lanez trial. She was also at the T.I. and Tiny trial. She do this. This is what she was doing. But
okay, before we go any further with that, that's the first thing I noticed about this case. Why are they letting these YouTubers inside a federal courtroom?
Because these people have became notoriety. No, they got the notoriety to do it. They've been doing this. This is what they've been doing. They have started going to the trials. They are reporters too. They report.
Okay.
It's a lot of people, independent reporters now. And it's people all over social media being reporters. So they allowed them in the courtroom to follow the case.
So what you said? So what you saying? The courtroom was open to the public, right?
It's open to anybody. We could have went if we wanted to go.
Oh, okay. Say no more. Okay.
So
I'm thinking maybe the case, especially the case like that, would be off limit to the public. You know what I'm saying? If they're not even allowing no cameras in the courtroom, right? Why would they allow a YouTuber? And I'm just saying, would they allow a YouTuber in there to spread something that may not be taking place? That's what I'm saying.
No, that
Okay.
could. I'm gonna get to that part too. I'm gonna get to all that.
Okay.
So basically, they were able to go in the case. They were able to retrieve the transcripts from the case to go back over it with people like us who want to know, and we trust these people. I've been trusting YouTube people for a longer time than you would even imagine. As long as I had a
Right.
YouTube channel, I never go to the news. I've been going to YouTube to find out what's going on because you get it really fast. It pops right back, and you can
It's
find
time to
it,
go.
search it, and research and find out what's real and what's not. So
Oh,
basically,
okay.
these people had their own opinions. Of course, everybody was leaning towards the side, and some people stayed in the middle, but some leaned towards the side. We have a
Okay.
lady named by the name of Tisa Tells who kind of was like really wanting to see this crime not
Right.
go unpunished. She wanted this man to go where he needed to go. And unfortunately, they didn't find enough proof for this man to do the time on all these charges. So that made her look a certain way. Then we had Armand Wiggins who stayed in the middle and he just was giving us a blow for blow of what was going on, and he never took a side. He just was saying what was going on. He was just bringing it back, bringing it back, bringing it back. But at the end of the day, all of them got backlash for what they did. But I feel they did a wonderful job on reporting. All the ones that I really watched, they did a good job on what they did. But we still got those same kind of YouTubers in the mix that ain't really doing shit but finding a way to clout chase off other people, finding a way to cause a problem with somebody so they can keep going live about the person and keep getting them some views and getting them some money off the thing, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Right. 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 I'm with you.
Same old shit that they started a long time ago with the Kanika case. When niggas started having beefs with each other and using that as their content as a way to keep getting views. And I'm like so over it because to me, these people took their time out. They spent their own money to go out here and follow this case. They took their money, bought hotel rooms, bought plane tickets, had to feed themselves while they was out of town and do all this stuff in order to do what they want to do to make their dreams come true. You understand where I'm coming from? Oh, this man is gone. To make their dreams come true. And they are now getting backlash to me. They're getting backlash from other content creators saying that they are not who they say they are. They're saying that they were lying. They're saying all this stuff. But to me, that's just a way for them to get on the bandwagon of the money. It's all about money at the end of the day. They want to make money, so they're going to make up whole the same old fake ass shit they do and make some money off of it.
Right. So I was listening to I
That's
listened
what
to Gene. I
Go
listened
ahead.
to Gene. I listened to Gene interview on Art of whatever it was. I don't know the name of it, but I was listening to what he was saying about the case itself on how
Hmm.
they really wasn't trying. What really they really wasn't trying to prosecute him, right?
Yeah.
Because they had the gun, you know. And then he brought up a point though, which made plenty of sense about them $1,000 of baby oil.
Hmm.
He said, when the feds raid your place with a search warrant and they gathering up a lot of stuff, any kind of substance they pull out of that dwelling, they test it, right? So he
Hmm.
was really telling us something that we probably didn't even Think about it. Couldn't have
What?
been baby oil in them bottles. $900, man.
So what you think it was?
It had to be some
Hey,
kind of
Sheridan. It was what?
it had, it had to be some kind of substance that was illegal. You know? It had to be.
Mm-hmm.
You keeping 900 bottles of baby oil in your mansion? Like,
Mm-hmm.
man, come on, how many sex parties you having? Right.
He
You
having
know,
a lot of sex parties.
listen, I had baby oil and all that old shit. I ain't never had to, I don't know nothing about all that. Tell
Hey,
you, I
only
don't know
time
nothing
you
about it.
need some baby oil, somebody getting a massage.
They getting more than a massage with $900 though, man.
And you don't even necessarily have to have baby oil. You can use any kind of oil, some other kind of oil,
They're natural.
natural oils.
Yeah, they're naturalness.
Yeah.
Right.
So that is to me a big issue with this what's going on now. Like, so these people took their time out, spent their own money, flew out, spent a lot of money. I'm pretty sure that cost a lot of money to stay in New York for all this time. They were in New York for 60 some days. That cost bread.
Yeah.
I went to New York in, I think it was 95, and stayed in Manhattan. And the room that I got in Manhattan was already $300 a night.
Mm.
So just imagine how much it costs now.
Mm. Yeah. Man. You know, I've been trying to keep my ear to the ground about this temperature this society is on. Don't you know it's a whole nother temperature now than it was when I went in. I mean, I see shit that y'all don't see.
What you think we don't see? Because I probably see it. I just ain't said nothing.
I mean, a lot of people realize it and speak about it, but they don't understand the severity of how people are controlled. You know, let me give you an instance. Okay. Yeah, I got to use this because it really don't make no sense to me. The shit is bewildering to me. Like, I come up in an era where, a woman has some kind of dignity and modesty about them, not to be showing off certain ornaments of their body, right? But now it's like it's shown. I'm talking about young, old, black and white. It don't even make no difference what ethnicity she is. She got her clothes on her to the point to where it leaves no imagination. And I'm like, really? Like, why is it? What? I'm trying to figure out where did they come from, right? Wow,
Welcome, Clarendon, to the panel. Okay, sorry.
Peace to
Go
Nikki
ahead.
C and Ricky.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, sir. I'm
I
listening.
mean, it changes like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Amongst other things, it's like, man,
So you don't remember when the booty, everybody was obsessed with booty this whole time?
with who?
Obsessed with booty.
Okay, the BBLs, right?
Yep, hold on.
Okay. What?
Yeah, they went wild with
Clarendon,
that. Yes, sir.
Clarendon, 3,500.
That's right. I'm at the house of Nikki C.
Clarendon.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Let me type in here.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Can you
That's all
hear
That was
right.
one
me?
of the other
Can
panelists
you
that I invited.
hear me?
All right.
Yeah,
He
can you
didn't
hear
know I
me?
was live already, but what happened to Clarendon? Why he leave?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, you hear Ricky keep leaving. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting back looking at all this stuff going on, and I'm just really I can't believe the half of the shit. I do believe it though. I do believe it because now we got the same thing that we've been talking about.
Right.
Clarendon. You know, when they want to try to use a way to clout chase off the other people that are successful at being able to go to the trial and all that.
Yeah, these
So
characters are running around.
I don't know if you ever heard of the character by the name of Ratchet TV.
Ratchet TV. It sounds familiar.
Have you heard of this character?
Oh, sounds familiar. It sounds like a guy who might be in the same league as Scandalous LA. I don't know
Maybe.
if it's a. Okay, tell me more, please.
Well, I was gonna let this Ratchet TV nigga live, but I can't. I can't because I saw him literally while the lady went live to talk about the Diddy trial. He came in the view of her microphone and her camera. Well, he didn't come in the view of the camera, but you can hear him talking and speaking to the top of his lungs to discredit her and
Mm,
say that she'd been lying the whole time. She was against P. Diddy and his kids and all this stuff. And I
mm,
just want to ask this nigga Ratchet, nigga, you trying to get hired by P. Diddy, my nigga? You want P. Diddy to pay you or something? The way he was on his dick?
mm,
He was on his dick so hard, my nigga, trying to discredit Tisa Tell so bad that I think you trying to get a job with Diddy.
mm.
Now,
What kind of
I
job?
said right here on Frequencies with Nikki C.
Wait a minute, hold on. What kind of job we talking?
He act like he want well fucking get hired or something. He was trying to discredit her so bad. He talked so much shit to her, talking about she was lying. You better tell the people you lied to them. You told them that P. Diddy was gonna get a RICO. Nobody that I know knew anything what the outcome of the case was. But they found the elements of a RICO and everything on this man. But what happened is the jurors couldn't seem to come up with a way to agree with each other. They didn't agree with each other at all, so they couldn't give P Diddy to Rico. They had to agree upon the ones they wanted to agree upon. But I don't even know. I can't even say if P Diddy didn't get to these niggas yet.
They gotta back off with this RICO business only because that's supposed to be a statute for organized characters running a big enterprise. When you're just a dirty dude running up and down, don't do that. Don't throw RICO on them like he's running some kind of operation. You know, it's like a
All right,
person
well they
is.
gotta let R. Kelly go. Y'all want them to let R. Kelly go?
No, I'm just saying that when they
No.
examine this, the information, they gotta be sensible about it. It's like
You think R. Kelly was running a Rico? R. Kelly can't even read. He wasn't running no Rico.
it's peculiar. It's really
He can't even
peculiar.
read.
So,
Somebody else
y'all,
had to read everything for this man. So how is he running a RICO? But they got him locked up on a RICO though.
Because what they do, I find a lot of times, is that they'll just throw out statutes and use them to basically ensnare people. Because when you look at the music industry, you have people like Leor Cohen. You never hear about those guys. Clive Davis. Remember the guy from the Playboy, Hugh Hefner? How's it we never hear anything about those guys?
Y'all all seem to sing the same song. Hugh Hefner dead. Anyway, I would like to welcome Q and
Q.
Kiki. Hey, you guys.
to the table.
Welcome.
Y'all, Hugh Hefner is dead, and y'all know Hugh Hefner was connected with the mob and Sammy Davis Jr. and all them. So there's no way that he gonna end up doing this, doing no time. He was connected with a lot of people, and maybe that's what's going on now.
Well, if the law is going to be applied, it needs to be applied to all equally or to none.
Sorry, it don't work like that.
You're right.
You know, yeah, it's not. It won't ever work like that.
You're right.
Right. Because these laws weren't established for us in mind. You know that, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, except when it comes to the Jim Crow eras, right? But the establishment, actually, the word felon came up around the first Jim Crow era, and it was designed to uh, arrest and convict and penalize those enslaved Africans who didn't want to go back to the farm, right? So they had a place for them. It's called a penitentiary, right? They began that in the 1900s. So these laws that is established, they aren't for us to be given justice by,
That's
right?
right.
Right. They are only established to confine us,
They're
right?
not for us. That's what it says in the Miranda. They letting us know they're not for us. They're gonna appoint us an attorney to us, a court appointed attorney to us, not for us.
Hmm.
They're letting us know right off that they're not for us.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I, so I look at the whole system as a kangaroo court, just like a joke. Because, all right, in this instance with P Diddy, where are the rest of the other people? Why is it just him? I'm not trying to say that right is wrong and wrong is right, but where are the other characters in all of this?
Okay, let me ask you this, Mr. Clarendon.
Yes, sir.
When Gotti was arrested, John Gotti was arrested on the RICO. Did he go to jail by himself?
No, there was Sammy the Bull, and there
Uh-huh.
was also a number of other associates.
Right. That's how you get RICO. RICO, you can't get RICO by yourself.
Right. You see, it's
Right.
strange.
R.
Right.
Kelly here by himself.
That's right. Because
You
in
get
order to,
RICO?
Yes.
He was convicted on RICO?
LaQuincy. I mean LAQ.
Yep.
Is
It's the
he convicted on a RICO?
it's the Man Act. You guys
Q.
gotta look up the Man Act.
Q.
Yeah. Oh,
You
Hmm.
can't hear her.
Mm-mm.
you can't hear me?
I can hear her.
I can hear you. Yeah.
I
It's
can't hear Q.
I don't
She
know
said,
what happened. It's the Man
I
Act.
see the icon blinking, but I don't hear no audio, period.
Oh, that's
oh,
strange.
I wonder why.
All right.
I don't
So
know if
I
you
can hear you.
hear me. I don't know why you can't hear
Okay,
me.
let me drop off. I'm gonna come back because I got to hear everything she said. Hold on.
Okay, no problem. Just from a logical point of view, if a character is doing a whole pile of garbage, generally he can't do it alone. He needs associates.
Yeah, but see, this should tell you something that the reason why no, he's not gonna get a RICO is because they can't bring none of these other people in it. Because if they do, it's gonna be other people that we know that are very powerful as well, and they not trying to bring nobody else down. That's why they brought those girls to the trial because they didn't bring up any of the other things we heard about before. They
Right.
didn't bring up about the DJ dude that was over there, the producer guy that filed a case against him, a complaint. They didn't bring up him. They didn't bring up any of the other things that were coming in the media about what was going on at his
Oh,
house.
I hear it now. I hear the dog barking. All right.
Oh, okay. You can hear me now. Okay.
That's,
Mm-hmm.
You guys need to look up the Man Act.
let me look it up.
MN Act. With Jack Johnson was the first person charged with the Man Act back in 1928.
Mm-hmm.
And he was charged with the Man Act because he was dealing with a young white girl
Right.
and traveling with her.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So they
And
And
just make up stuff
he
as they
had
go.
he had plenty of bread too.
yes,
Okay, can
Yeah.
I read it to y'all?
Come
yes.
on with
Go ahead.
The Mann Act, previously called the White Slave Traffic Act of 1910, is
it.
a United States federal law passed June 25th, 1910,
June 25th.
codified as amended at 18 USC 2421 blank blank. I don't want to get to that part. It was
Right.
named after Congressman James Robert Mann of Illinois. In this original form, the act made it a felony to engage in interstate or foreign commerce transport of any woman or girl for the purpose of prostitution or debauchery, or for any other immoral purpose. Its primary stated intent was to address prostitution, immorality, and human trafficking, particularly where trafficking was for the purposes of prostitution. It
Hmm.
was one of several acts of protective legislation aimed at moral reform during the Progressive Era. In practice, its ambiguous language about immorality resulted in it being used to criminalize even consensual sexual behavior between adults. It was amended by Congress in 1978 and again in 1986 to limit its application to transportation for the purpose of prostitution or other illegal sexual acts.
So it was limited to the traveling from one state to another.
Hmm. Even if
They
you
they
want
call it. They
to.
got see. Let me tell you something about this law. They got one law, but they got two different definitions to it, two different titles to it. The Mann Act is the same as pandering, right? Soliciting, right? White slavery, them laws, but it's the same thing as the Mann Act when it got something to do with you taking a woman across state lines. That's the only way the Mann Act can, or pimping and pandering, you know what I'm saying, or soliciting, you know what I mean, when it comes down to procurement, right? Crime
So,
shame,
can I
right?
say something?
Yeah,
To me, P. Diddy wasn't doing that. I mean, to me, he was sending for these male prostitutes to come wherever he was. If him and that lady was in a relationship and they were doing the freak offs, they were paying the other people. Prostitution is when you're getting paid for sex, right?
right.
So P. Diddy was paying for these men to come wherever they were to have sex with the woman. So,
They were them male prostitutes,
okay, but he didn't, okay,
right?
they male prostitutes, okay.
Yeah.
So
You know, he was having sex with these dudes too.
is it said, could it be said that he paid them and then they paid their own way to travel? Or
No,
It's
he's
just
something. He's,
interpretation,
huh?
how they interpret the law. But
it's
the
like,
bottom line is, if he's traveling with women and paying them for any reason, they can interpret that as prostitution.
Man, right.
And the law was designed back then because the white man, the black man, was traveling with white women,
Right.
was messing with the white women, and they wanted to stop it.
Hmm.
And you know what's very strange now? I'm not trying to tell people who they should or shouldn't be with, but now more than ever, they're promoting interracial interactions. I see it more and more on TV than ever before because I remember when I was a kid and watching TV here in Canada, I hardly ever saw black faces on TV. But within the last 5 or 10 years, I've seen more black faces on TV with other types of people.
I
What a
wonder why they
twist.
did.
I've
because
been
it's happening for real. That's why it is. It's a lot of interracial things going on. A
So,
lot of
so,
interracial
Miss,
relationships.
Miss, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Mr. Clarendon. So let me ask you this. Yeah, I lost train of thought right quick. Right. Oh my goodness.
The
But go ahead.
interracial.
I know
oh
interracial. Right.
the promotion of
So,
that.
so,
Like I
so
said,
you
go
think,
ahead.
so you think this is what's being propagated, or you think this is what people are really actually choosing to do?
It's a good question you're asking. I think that they're trying to push that message, and at the same time, when they're pushing it, it's an attempt to destroy other nations. That's what I see.
Hmm. I mean, you know that I get what you're saying, right? But you know that's counterproductive to their whole genealogy because if they're not producing, that means they are their so-called majority is dissipating, right?
Yes, and I
So
can see the anxiety. Go ahead, sorry.
yeah, so I don't see that as being something that they would propagate in a racialness. Because these motherfuckers, they don't want that. They don't want that to be still right today. Because the only way you can come up with a white baby is with a white man and a white woman if they have a baby. So if that's not the case, that means that their numbers are dwindling. That means that's been a study for decades, right? So I don't know if that's a factor or not. I doubt it because they totally go against their agenda, the agenda they've been having since the beginning. You know what I mean?
True. I think there's a higher force behind all of this because the typical European like whites, they would rather stay with their own kind, like the previous generations. But
Right.
with the propaganda out there, there's a higher force behind it that's basically pushing to put the people in decline.
Hmm.
Because remember, previously back in the day, it was like, what are you doing with this type of person? Why don't you stick to your own? Remember those times? Because I remember that in Canada, you rarely saw interracial relationships, at least here. You didn't see much of that.
In Canada,
That's right. I didn't see much of that here.
man, I've been seriously. You want me to be 100 with you?
Please do.
Man, listen, I've been hearing about Canada for decades, bro. You hear me?
Mhm.
About how them girls be so submissive and, you know, to a melanated man. So, I mean, I don't see that. I know a couple of dudes that went up to Canada. I'm talking about dudes who, who practice in that kind of lifestyle, right?
Right, right.
How they speak about Canada women. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I mean, look at Drake. Drake's father was black. He was a pimp. I mean, so that wasn't the only person, in the racial relationship. I mean, I've been hearing about that for a long time, especially when I've been up in Minnesota.
No, I
So,
understand what you're saying. So when you start to go outside of the cities in Canada, you would see a stricter code. So in the city, you could have some people doing some stuff, but when you started to go outside of the city, you would see, okay, just white, just this, just
hmm,
that. I lived
okay.
outside of the city before, and I saw how they got down and how many of the families frowned on those things. But now
Mm,
it's just pushed, you
mm,
know.
mm.
But I get what you're saying. But there's
I
also
wonder
the
who
other. Go
that's
ahead.
on. That's
Sorry, go ahead.
strange, though. I hear
Mhm.
you. Go ahead.
Because there's also what I've seen, like with Jamaicans, like when they were looking for papers, they would find the fattest white woman and, try to stick around them and get something. Yeah. So,
The white boys, they don't like no thick white woman. They don't. So,
right.
yeah, they leave it to a man who love all women, all sizes, all colors, right? You did right. Yeah, they said
That's
one man's garbage is another man's treasure. You feel me?
Oh,
that's
yes.
Right. So, but this whole P Diddy thing, man, it's beyond the norm, right? None of it's making sense. Then you got people who are cheering and happy about this dude supposedly coming home, but he's not coming home, right? But you got to understand all the stuff that was leaked out in the courtroom, and then all the stuff that's going on the black web too. See, it's a whole different web in the blackness, man.
Yes.
They got all kinds of information, tapes, letters, and everything. They sharing this shit freely, so we're only getting pieces of what's being said in the court on what actually happened.
okay.
And
What
basically,
happened on the black web? What are they saying
Yeah. I,
happened
yeah.
huh?
What are they saying on the black web happened in court that we didn't hear about?
I mean, it's a lot of things that's not spoken of in court is already on the black web.
Yeah, but we know all that
Like,
stuff, Quincy. I mean, LAQ. I keep doing that. I'm sorry about that.
right, right, right. I
We've
mean,
been knowing about. Remember all those things about the video, those tapes that Courtney Burgess had. The
But that came
tapes.
up in court. Did it really come up in court?
It didn't come up in court though.
Okay.
It
Okay.
came up before court, but somehow all that got sit to the side, and they just brought up what they brought up in court,
mm,
which was
Right.
Cassie, Jane Doe, the other lady, and whoever else came in there. All those women that came in there. That's what they did.
right. So one thing we didn't hear in court, right? About how many recording cameras this man have in his mansion.
I can see that. Yep.
Right. So, but see, here's the thing, though. This is what I just found out a little minute ago. I said, okay, so they said ain't no party like a Diddy party. Diddy throwing all white parties at his mansion, and then at certain times of the day, everybody got to leave because they finna throw baby oil everywhere, right?
That's odd.
So, why didn't he get charged with I forgot what that was. But somebody said that he wasn't having freak offs in his house, in his mansion. But that is a lie. I heard that 3-4 times who all was naked and down in that basement, up in the rooms, the folks screaming and hollering. Right? Y'all remember that? That was at his mansion. That wasn't at no hotel. So why they didn't get him for the racketeering? Maybe because they can't trace all the money he had. He might a billionaire. How you gonna find out where all this money coming from? Ain't no way.
They couldn't bring in
Ain't no
the
way.
untouchables. They
They
couldn't.
didn't have people. They didn't have people to come and testify and say, well, I collected this money from such and such, or I collected this money from such and such, or I went and robbed these folks, or I beat these folks up for did it. We didn't have nobody on the stand with that. So he couldn't get charged with RICO.
Okay, so what you was gonna say, LaQuincy?
They couldn't do it because they would have to involve people that can't be touched.
Yeah, there's other people. We know that. We know all that. That is other people that was involved. They can't do nothing to them. And you see, they brought Jay-Z name up. Excuse me for saying your name, Jay-Z, but Jay-Z got his name up out that shit. And then we ain't heard no more about him.
Well, Jay-Z's a very sly character. Yeah. Jay-Z's a very sly character. And if you look at his patterns of behavior, he's always found a way to look for the best deal for himself. That's like Judas to Jesus, a betrayer.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Clarendon. How many black entertainers who became multimillionaires actually died with their whole dignity and their character, their reputation intact?
In that industry, I can tell you none of them because they all have details on all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The way you're gonna get that kind of money, you gotta do some dirty shit. You gotta be a part of the club.
I'll give you an example. If you look at something like, okay, let me put it this way. If you look at certain organizations, all four of us could decide to go out and have the intent to rise in the organization. But let's say Ricky gets up to the top and the rest of us don't, because he's done certain things. Let's say all of us are equally qualified. He's done certain things to get there, and they have certain things on him, so he can't, make any funny movements. That's what I see.
That's what's going on. So what this guy mentioned, what this Gene guy mentioned, I think it was him that mentioned it, that what they really wanted from Diddy was them tapes. Somebody owned them tapes. They wanted them tapes.
That's a possibility, yes.
Right. Because you got to realize that this dude is a pedophile, man. Based on what was revealed in court now. I ain't just saying it's speculation. This ain't no alleged, no. That's what they said in court. Well, did they say that in court? About the young people in the after party?
Hey, they didn't say it in court.
Okay, they didn't say that part in court.
They said that before the court trial. It was people coming on YouTube saying they've seen Diddy, they've been to his party, there was children there. There was another girl saying that she was sex trafficked to Diddy and all this stuff. But we thought she was going to end up at court. She did not.
Beaver didn't show up. Usher didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
You said
Yeah.
Sometimes what happens is that there are situations where people try to throw their names in the mix to get something. I'm not saying that this happened or didn't happen, but sometimes people will also attach themselves to certain things. Like, you'll have a guy, he was just a bouncer at the door, at the gate to the mansion, and he'll
Right.
say he was all up in it.
Right.
So it all depends.
they want me CC, all of them. They all was saying there was something about something, right?
Big
Mhm.
Hobie CC is a very strange looking character.
Mhm.
He's always in dark glasses. He says he's 6'5" and 400 pounds. That's not a good look.
Mm-mm.
You know.
Q. Q. We went through all those characters, didn't we? We went
Yeah.
through we combed through this whole case. We just started talking about it. Like when I started talking about it, but we've been looking at this and following it since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
We've been waiting for the trial, waiting to see what was gonna happen, and this is what we got.
Nothing.
Mhm.
Because they
So
didn't have anybody but Diddy. And I think the liquor company did this to Diddy. I don't
nah.
think
Ooh,
they cared what Diddy was doing because they were all involved in it anyway.
ooh, true. That's how I feel too. I feel like it's so many people involved, they gotta cover up their tracks. And somebody said that's a very important uh politician is the reason why his house got raided in the first place because they wanted to get them tapes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see,
So,
with this high level music and entertainment, it's just so dangerous. I wouldn't want to be in that industry. It's too dangerous. It's not like you're working a regular job and you tell the boss, you're a dog, move from me, and walk out. It's too many high stakes in this.
can
Right.
you guys hear the fireworks over here?
Yep, that's where they be doing the big at over there.
It's like a war zone.
It sounds like a
Right.
Baghdad over there.
Yeah.
There ain't none over here in my house. I don't hear nothing.
So this dude, what he charged with, he can easily get out of. You do know this, right?
We shall see.
We know it. We know they was over there, man. We already know.
He finna get out.
That's what I said. I said he probably might do up until October. They're gonna tell him, okay, you got time served, and you're gonna be on probation for 3 years.
So the message is to him, if he's out like that, sit down and stay quiet. We've already showed you
Uh,
your place.
Right.
it's- dude,
Exactly.
dude is a
Oh,
what
they
I
got.
believe, what I think, what I believe, based on the information that I've been gathering. Dude is a real warlock, bro.
Oh
Uh,
He
yeah,
been, yeah,
yeah.
he been placed in that position to do what he been doing for the powers that be.
yeah, but they can switch sides on people and say your time is up.
When they do that, your ass through. It could be Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby, Joan Rivers. It don't make no difference. When they say your number
Prince.
up, your ass through.
They took Prince out too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
come on, man. Real talk. The reason why they ain't do R. Kelly because he ain't have no money. Right? He ain't
Good
had no
point.
money. Lock him
He
up for a
should
while.
have some money because he got the biggest catalog.
That
That's
boy ass broke.
interesting.
He
The
got a
boy
really
ass.
big catalog. He's broke because he had to give his catalog up because he had married Aaliyah.
It's a lot
Mm.
of strange stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
very
they
strange.
demonic with it, man. You hear me? That shit just demonic, man. Come on, man.
But it
I
seems
believe.
like all. Oh, Nikki, see, I can't hear you. Sorry.
You
But
can't
Okay, now I can hear you. Yeah.
hear. Okay.
Because it seems like as they go through the process, they are building them up, but collecting information on them to hold them. Can you imagine a guy is at a meeting and he starts to talk up and they pull out something and throw it on the table from 1994? The
So
mm,
shock,
I
you
have a
know?
question, guys.
Go ahead.
mhm.
So do you think that it's the other way around and P. Diddy got something on everybody since he had all those tapes?
That's part.
Yes,
Yeah. That's
that's
why he
how he
can't
gonna get
move.
out.
Everybody. He the one who covered his ass by having something on everybody. And that is why he's getting ready to get up out of there.
Right.
It
He
ain't
probably
because
knew this was coming.
he wasn't guilty. He was covering his back the whole time. Go over there.
Yes.
I believe this whole thing was planned, man. Come on, them folks, they precise with what they do, man.
He knew
The
what he
whole
was
thing
doing.
was planned.
He have all them cameras and all that. He knew what he was doing. And then I heard somebody say this whole case could be a scam.
Good God.
Yeah.
It's an expensive
Come on, man.
scam, though.
Yeah,
Right.
because they gotta brainwash the people.
Mhm.
They gotta make
Right.
us think a certain way and feel a certain way. And it's
They-
crazy how all them people was celebrating and he getting ready to get out
Right.
because caught up in the money and all that. Oh, he's a billionaire. Da, 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 da. No,
But where are all the people that were talking about they saw Diddy do this and they saw that at the parties and da 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 da? They were all on YouTube. Where's everybody?
they hurried up and shut up. Where that girl at that was up here talking about she was turning into Diddy herself. What was her name?
Jaguar White, right? Is that
Adria.
her?
Adria, right?
Oh, okay.
And
Jaguar?
everybody is quiet. Everybody.
Yeah, Jaguar was saying a lot of stuff. I
She
was
was there
captivated.
one day and then I didn't see her ass no more.
They know when to
So
check out.
so Jaguar, she ain't went live yet?
She showed up at the trial at first, huh? Cute. She
Yep.
Not
showed
Jaguar.
Yeah, she said. She said, "I'm not going in that courtroom. It's too much rituals being done right now." And
He
da da
did.
da da.
Mm.
He
Come
sure
on
did.
now.
Ain't heard no more from her. I think her channel got took or something. Something happened.
Well, she was doing a lot of talking about Jay-Z, and they sent some message to her through some legal department, and she backed right off.
Right. They probably paid her.
Well, what
Yeah.
happened to the guy Corey something? What's his name? The one that
You
had
talking
the
about
book.
Courtney Burgess?
The one that had the book.
Courtney Burgess.
What happened to him?
He disappeared. He
Yeah.
got paid. He probably got the money he wanted too. The meals he wanted. He got him a few meals.
Because he had
Mm-hmm.
an attorney. Remember, he was going to court. What was that
Mhm.
about?
Where his attorney? They all disappeared. The lady, the attorney,
Right.
they all gone.
Remember, she.
Ariel Mitchell.
Mhm.
All these motherfuckers is gone. They somewhere in San Tropez, somewhere laying on the beach.
Just
They
crazy.
out of there. They are out of there.
Throw a couple coins on them, and they disappear.
Yeah, that's all they all wanted was some money.
You know what's even more strange is that these guys have been around in these industries so long, and they still don't learn. You know, all these parties with these drugs and alcohol, very dangerous, compromised positions. You know,
All of them don't be dangerous now. Come on now. Don't let him fuck the partner. All the partner with the drugs and alcohol, they ain't bad, man. They ain't slanging baby oil everywhere, man. Them folks really partying though, right? Right.
So
That's why they call them party favors. You dig?
oh man,
what's happening with the chef?
What chef?
Diddy
The
chef,
white dude?
the white
Oh,
girl,
the female.
the girl.
The female?
She looks
What?
like
What did she say?
she crying, saying, "Don't let him out."
sorry, I
Oh,
should
yeah, they scared. These motherfuckers is writing letters. I saw one of the letters.
She said she wrote a
Oh
letter.
yeah?
Respectfully, I know you. We came and if somebody, one of the witnesses, we came and I came and I said what I said, but respectfully, please consider not letting this man out. He is dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That
well,
letter ain't gonna help him though. Dude coming up out of there.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, hey, it's sad to say though, cause he's a pedophile, rapist, homosexual. That's what he is, and he finna get out of prison. Everybody who been talking shit about him, they might well get ready, line this shit up.
Man, I said it though. I was like, when I saw those charges got dropped, I was like, oh, it's over with. This he coming home. He
Right.
got action. He got action of coming home. And
Yep.
Wow. Yeah,
hey,
these trials get
See,
crazy.
if I can recall my studies, when they take one of their own through the ringer like that, and they let them out of it, that means that they got a higher position. They
they
on a whole
and went up another level.
right. He up here now.
This was what you call an initiation.
Oh, a humiliation ritual.
It's an
Yes,
initiation. It's an
yes,
initiation. You got initiated some more.
right,
Wow.
right. Oh, he off the chain now. You step in the room with him now, you gonna feel some kind of way because you know what's gonna happen,
Huh.
and it ain't up for debate.
And there's always a pattern. They get to a certain level and then they try to use the judicial system to tear them down.
Mm.
That's a facade though,
Right.
because they running all this shit. They ain't leaving no stone unturned. They run everything.
Yeah.
Everything. We ain't just talk about the music industry though, Mr. Clarendon.
He part of
No,
he
no,
part of it.
Right.
huh?
You're right. Makes sense.
Because if he had the NYPD in his pocket, yo.
Yeah, come on, man.
That's
This
why they
dude,
was telling that girl they was gonna throw her in the East River and nobody wasn't gonna find her ass. Cause they know already. Like, man, come on.
right?
And they seem to work in stages. These guys are doing these things, they'll get a warning. And then after the warning, they will try to either take you out physically or they will use the court system or something. But you see like the progression of stuff. So maybe when he was running up and down and carrying on, one of the higher ups reached out to him through a third party and said, "Dude, you need to watch out." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he too far in the pipe for all that. He ain't watching out for nobody, bro. He ain't got to. He ain't. I'm talking about. We talking about since the '90s, man. This dude been doing this shit with impunity.
Yeah.
You got folks taking murder charges for him. You know what I'm saying? You got folks that's curving them, right? And he ain't been to jail nowadays.
Until he messed with that liquor company.
You talking about
Oh,
Ciroc?
Yeah.
He owns Ciroc.
No, Ciroc is owned by a larger company.
Mm,
Liquor company is huge. A lot of money. And
mm.
messing with them.
How so?
Threatening to sue them. Because
Oh, he was getting them.
yeah, he did sue him.
He
But
what?
they settled with him. They settled
What they give him?
a whole lot. I think it was close to $1 billion.
I think they gave him $1 billion this last time, but every year they said he was going back in, fucking with them and making them give him like $2 million, $2 million, $2 million.
Yeah.
And he sued him this last time for $1 billion.
And they settled because they didn't want their reputation ruined.
Mm.
so in turn, they will ruin his reputation.
Well, within what, 3 or 4 months, all this stuff started happening to him.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The tape with Cassie being drugged down the hallway of a hotel.
All love come out. All right. So what you saying? He played, right?
So he tried to play us too, though, because he came and he did that apology video and said that he was apologizing. He was saying what was he saying on that damn video?
Unexcusable.
He talked about how it was unexcusable and all this stuff, but he want us to accept that apology, and he probably gonna get out of here and do the same stuff to people, and that these people are afraid right now.
They sure are. They're terrified.
But it would be really risky for him to try anything against these people who are so public and him being on the spotlight.
He ain't gonna
No.
do it himself. He already been threatening people with, and I ain't gonna have to be the one to do it. Come on now.
I know, but if they connect, remember when Michael Jordan's father was murdered back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
So a guy like him would have the money to get people handled, but it would lead right back to him if he did. You know what I'm saying? It's very risky.
It's not risky when
Man,
you
it's not risky at all, bro.
people with that shit. How do you think these mafia figures have been able to get away with this all the stuff they've been getting away with? They don't do it themselves. They hire somebody to go do it for them.
But look
That's
how they get ratted out. That's the
no, but
thing.
that's why a lot of people you don't understand though. Like right now, they will give you a drug and make you have a heart attack or some
Ah, okay.
stroke or any of that shit. That's what they've been doing to people. That's why everybody like all look at all the rappers that die. Why are they dead? Because they say they had a drug overdose.
I noticed that. Like Whitney. Whitney had drug overdose and drowned in her
Everybody they want
bathtub.
to get rid of, they end up
Yeah.
with a drug overdose.
True. They're not really
See, they got rid
blasting
of her
them.
because they got rid of her because she was through. That crack had her going. She
And
ain't want no bounce back.
that is what's the best thing is because if you get them hooked on drugs, now they can have a drug overdose.
Yes, that's
Right,
right.
right,
And the fact that they've been using the drugs and it's known, it's an easy excuse. Yeah, a drug overdose.
right. So once they stop making that certain quota, they stop bringing in them hundreds of millions. They ready to get rid of you. It's over with.
Right.
Because they need to cash in on your insurance policy at that point.
Right. They want your catalog, your insurance, and everything.
That part. That catalog, boy. That catalog. Because it's gonna keep making them some money.
Mm-hmm.
Like Luther Vandross, he died and he was sick, 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 sick. I always question that. You know,
Mm-mm.
it's very weird. Very, very weird. Or they set somebody up to get close to you and then nasty you up in the end. You know.
So the children, even those people who have become adults now, when they was children, at them parties, they can't say nothing because they're superstars.
Right. And they all have
Usher,
information.
right? Usher, Bieber, a lot of rest of them. They said Soldier, he was in there. LeBron James, his name popping up like goddamn it.
Yep.
You're right.
Mhm.
All of them was in the booty tickling each other.
Wow.
Hey, it is
Wow.
what it is.
They were booty tickling.
They was tickling each other's booty.
You see how things are more high stake with these people?
They fruity in the booty. These niggas is just fruity in the booty. That hey.
Hey man, say man. Golly. Mm. Listen, see the cold thing about it. Listen, the cold thing about it. Listen, y'all, listen. The cold thing about that whole situation, you only have maybe one or two women out of 20 some years. Y'all actually think those are the only women
Right.
and the
It's
only
weird.
kids?
Strange.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
It's
Crazy
very, very strange.
shit that you wouldn't even think that's happening with these people have actually taken place. It's hard for some people to believe, but they human.
Hey, I know that all this shit didn't be happening. I ain't even tripping. I know.
And then, like I said, when you mix in the alcohol and the other drugs, all kinds of stuff go on, like all kinds of things. People go there and they want to be down. How can I be down? I think that's a track by Brandy.
That is the reason why all these ladies got caught up like this because they wanted to be down. They
Yeah.
saw
Right.
this powerful man. They wanted to be in his life. Then they got in his life and found out what the fuck was going on.
Yeah,
Right.
I found out what's going on. Yeah. Oh my
Oh, they
god.
up here doing the most right now.
Oh my god.
Shit up.
I know, right?
They trying to blow the whole shit off.
Them motherfuckers out there shooting cannons out there.
They shooting bombs and everything.
Wow.
Who is that?
I used to really look at the entertainment and think, wow, these people are in entertainment and they're making all this money. But when you get to see the inner workings of it, you say, that's garbage.
That's disgusting, man.
Yeah. For your career to go to the next level, you have to do all kinds of dirt.
Yeah, the ritual. You know, it was this guy. He came out with a tape a few years back. Right. I don't know
Mhm.
whether or not you have seen this tape. I think it was called "The Truth," and the guy that made this tape mentioned everything that we've been hearing and bear witnessing to. This was like over 10 years ago
Mhm.
when he let out these secrets and these rituals and who was in play. So they end up killing this dude.
Oh my God.
Right. Hold on, let me wait till Nikki come back.
All
Nikki
right.
probably tell you. Nikki,
Yeah.
you remember that tape that came out? I think it was called "The Truth" when this dude was revealing about what goes on behind the scenes in the music industry.
No.
You don't
Um,
remember this guy? They killed him.
they did.
Yeah, I think was it "The Truth," but he was coming out about who was it? He was mentioning about. He said Jay-Z was gay. He said Puffy. He talked about the casting couch. Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that video?
Gay, but all of them really gay though. So we've heard about all of them.
Dude, this tape been out. It was like 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing we hearing right now.
It's like certain things can only come to the surface when they want it to.
Right.
You hear guys talk about it, like you said, 10, 15, 20 years ago. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just like whatever. But then when you see it out on display, you say, wow, I've been hearing that all along.
Got this shit cracking right now.
See, that's the information that we got about if you want to get into the $100 million club, you got to go through these sexual rituals. You remember that?
I,
Why I
I
wanted her
heard,
to come back. She can need to come back.
I heard that in the music industry, like you can make money in other industries, but in the entertainment industry, uh, there is that element. Because you ever see certain actors and they get up so high and you say, but that guy is garbage.
All right.
Look at these other guys that are better. But the other guys didn't sign on to the same nonsense.
What's my dude's name? Samuel Jackson.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he cannot act.
Him. There's another little small one that they call Kevin Hart. I don't particularly like him,
Oh,
you know.
this dude here, man.
So
He
how is
funny
he so high
sometimes.
up? You go
He
ahead.
funny sometimes though.
What
You know,
the
he reminds me of a black monkey. No disrespect to black people. I'm a black too. But you know, that's what he reminds me of. A little black monkey.
Kevin
Kevin
Hart.
Hart, Chris Tucker. They're like little black monkeys. No disrespect to black people. I'm black myself, but my God, stop it.
He carried on.
You know?
Oh my goodness, man. Hey, man. Yeah, we gotta keep up on the panel.
I love being on the panel with Clarendon. We be at his panel though. We be at his panel sometimes.
Yes. I run a very loose paddle. I
But
just
the difference of him, he take his stuff down. I leave my stuff. I don't care. I want these niggas to see what I said. Give a fuck.
So check this out, y'all. Let me ask y'all this question
all right.
from the bottom line. What do y'all think that some of these young people out here thinking about the overall aspect of the case?
Good question. My
All right.
thought is that some are seeing it and just thinking about the bag. Others who are more aware are saying, you know what? These people you need to stay away from.
Well, the aspect that I'm looking at is these fools been trying to mimic this guy. Right? It's gonna be some freak off contests going on. If it ain't all, if it ain't already.
Yeah, we tell you what I think the young people think.
But
Let's monetize the freak offs.
oh, I didn't think of that one.
Let's monetize the freak offs. Shit, since we could, it ain't nothing. It ain't illegal. They want to monetize the freak offs, and
Right.
shit, let's get some money with the freak offs because there's a lot of more people that want to participate with the freak offs at this point.
Right. Everybody wonder, ooh, I wonder what the freak off like to have somebody on every limb of my body kind of shit. Like,
Man,
woo,
baby oil on me.
man.
But I think,
The Astroglide. What is this shit about? What is that?
but I think that with all of the cameras and everything, so a lot of people would be kind of more reluctant to be involved because I remember back in the days there weren't so many cameras, and now from back in the day they have videos which are surfacing and people are saying, "I hope I'm not on that." You know what I mean? There's some anxiety, you know.
So
It's
they wearing masks now. They wearing masks where you can't even really see who the person is, right?
true.
So
That's
unless they
true.
got tattoos on their body, it's the only way you're gonna know who they are.
That's true.
Never been in this neighborhood while they be doing the fireworks. They got it cracking over here.
But you best believe it's some freak offs going on. They freaking off. You best believe it.
And it also depends on the level that it's at. If it's just some little characters on a block, it's whatever. But when it's high level entertainment, it's something else.
Right.
You know?
They when it's high level, they've been doing that little old shit. They got some
Right.
they got all
And
kinds of shit going on.
and the low level would only have a couple characters there anyways, because who has the money for a big place and all this and that?
Oh, we'll fix one up for you.
It's
We'll
crazy.
go rent a conference hall and lock the door. You hear what P-Diddy said? Put locks on the doors.
Oh my God.
That's what he said.
Don't force nobody to do a freak off. Get the people that want to do it, like Jane Doe. She wanted to do the freak off. Don't make nobody
Right.
do the freak off. Get the ones that want.
Cash it, cash it too.
Cassie wanted to do it sometimes, but then sometimes when she said she didn't feel good and shit like that, that nigga was like, "No, you going? Why you can't do the freak off?" He was like
No, he
forcing
just,
the freak offs. Like, come on, nigga.
she got Pippin fucked up. She know that Pippin didn't work like that. She knew that.
And then to
She
come
knew
to
that.
find out that 50 Cent's girlfriend was involved with P.
His baby
Diddy,
mom, his
50
baby
Cent felt like a fool. I know.
I know, right?
Yep. But it's Hollywood. It's just a bunch of dirty characters. That's
But
all.
would that explain why 50 Cent is the one who actually produced the takedown of Diddy, one of those documentaries?
For real?
I forgot the name of it, but it's something about P. Diddy.
The
It's about
downfall of Diddy.
the downfall of Diddy. He didn't want to produce that.
I thought TMZ did this shit.
Mm-mm. It is 50 Cent.
50 Cent. 50 been going off on that boy for a minute too.
He be making money off all his shit. That's his way of getting back at you. He gonna make some money off you. He did. Who did the R. Kelly one? Oh, Jay-Z was behind the R. Kelly one.
Well, wait
For
till they
real.
start to dig up stuff on 50. They got to be careful how they dig because people dig stuff up on them too.
Well,
They
I
got to be
think they would
careful.
have dug it up on him by now.
Sometimes they hold some stuff in the oven until it's ready to come out.
So it's like when you in the organization, you got certain branches of the organization. And
Mhm.
one branch don't overtake the other branch. You can't step over and break branches like that. It's an
Right.
order, right? So this guy, 50, he in that $100 million bracket. He up there with, he might not be as far as Diddy or Jay-Z, but he up there.
50 got a lot of shit going on.
Right. And he plugged in.
And
So
he
you
doing
know,
stuff the
you know,
legitimate way.
right. So ain't nobody coming for 50. Who coming for 50?
Somebody at a higher level, somebody at like Universal Music Group, a higher level. These guys are artists and they have stuff, but they have guys you've never seen before.
Right.
Guys who stay in offices and basically push buttons.
Right.
You know, like
50
they can say,
might
go
be a
ahead.
billionaire right now. Let me look.
So
You see what?
you got
Sorry, go ahead.
you got those people that can control the media, television, radio, satellite. Those are the people who really pulling the major strings. No.
Yeah.
I want to
Like,
hear from LAQ.
Q, what's up, Q?
hey, Q.
I don't have anything on
Can't
50.
hear you.
I don't have anything on 50.
No,
Okay, I
I'm
understand.
not saying that, but like when you were gone, they mentioned something about Diddy being basically a war. Was you here when he said he was a warlock and all that?
I did. He probably is. Like he
Damn, I can't
We
hear
know
you.
of one of these demons that is has taken over Diddy. We've been talking about that. We've been talking about that. We've talked about how we know that this is not the real, true self of P. Diddy. This is not his true self. This is something else that has taken over, that has gone out of hand and has took control of him. And that is why he is involved in all these things. Because we know that Father God didn't want nobody to be like that.
Yeah, he's talking play. No, he's no longer driving the car.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You said what, Mr. Stewart?
He's in
That's it.
the place.
They said 50 Cent only worth 60 million. What the hell?
Only 60. I don't even have 1M. If they give me 1M, I'll be fine.
I'm just saying though, because he got all these stars, he got all this shit going on. He got 2 series going on at the same time right now that he making money off of. Well, he got more than 2. He got
People all over in the UK over there, man, with shows and shit.
I don't know. He got a lot of shows, man.
Right.
It's hard to gauge what they have because I hear certain things that I've read certain things that they have online, which really doesn't add up. Look at this black crook called Don King.
Ah,
They say, yeah. They said it's only 150 he has. No way.
what happened to her? She got
Huh?
kicked out again.
Yeah, she left him.
She didn't leave. Some keep kicking her out, and I don't like that.
Don King has been a crook his whole life. And it's 150 million he has? No, that's an understatement.
Right.
The amount of boxers that he's ripped off, 150 million. So sometimes the numbers don't make any sense.
Yeah, the numbers don't be making sense. I don't think that we know the true net worth of 50 Cent. He gotta have more than that.
Yeah.
50 million ain't nothing. Now they said in 2025 is 150 million. I don't believe that. I think he got more money than that.
It's hard to understand. Like Floyd Mayweather was supposedly gambling in
Let me see
Dubai,
Floyd
and they
Mayweather.
said they held him there until he paid his debt. This is weird stuff. So I just don't know.
Q Marie, you back?
I'm back.
All right.
Welcome back.
Ellie.
Very strange.
You can hear all the fireworks over here. It's loud.
It's loud over here now. They're getting it in.
And what I notice nowadays is that these artists are under some
Mayweather got
bad
more
news.
money than 50.
Yeah, and I think 50 is jealous of him.
He got 420 million in 2025.
Then you know they
Okay.
just hit Mayweather for 400 million a little while ago. I wonder, I forget what they called him for. Yeah, he was sick behind that.
They did
Mhm.
what to him?
They hit him for about 400 million.
Well, he
Yeah.
got 420 million still right now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Mayweather.
Yeah, they just hit Mayweather for about 400 million. I forgot what it was about though. He was sick too.
Oh, they just changed it. They say yes, Floyd Mayweather is widely considered a billionaire. His net worth is estimated at around 1.2 billion.
Right.
So he is a billionaire too.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's been keeping a low profile? This one they call Dr. Dre. I don't hear anything about him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know,
He
very
come out
low.
do a song here and there, but he's quiet right now.
Yeah,
You know,
Dr.
they
Dre.
they killed Tupac, they killed Pimp C, and who else was that?
Easy
Who?
E. Didn't they kill Easy?
They killed Easy
Yeah,
E.
they killed ED, but I'm talking about like Pimp C and Tupac. They was the one telling them secrets of what's going on. They killed Prodigy
Nipsey.
too.
They killed
Mhm.
Nipsey.
Yeah.
They gonna keep trying to say it's a gang beef, but I don't believe that. I think they were mad because Nipsey didn't want to be a part of that bullshit.
Right. No, this one gone.
Then you have Big U, of course,
Oh,
the legendary Whack 100. The Whack 100 makes it seem like he's the chairman of LA. That's what it seems like.
You from Pacoima, my nigga. You not from LA, my nigga. Just stay in Pacoima.
He's involved in everything. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised if
nobody knows this dude. This dude just popped up out of nowhere and came on the internet. And now he's everybody. And all
Black
the
100.
Kardashian talking about, and whack.
he's the go-to guy for all the street stuff in America. People calling it.
No. That nigga. Mm-mm.
Spoiler.
Pacoima.
I like when he's on Clubhouse. I won't lie.
I heard they don't even claim him in Pacoima. So get the fuck out of here. No.
And Clubhouse is his domain.
And anybody who is a real OG, any type of gang member, do not get down with any TV, being on TV, or any of this type of shit that's gonna put them on Front Street. They don't want to be in the limelight, and these people have shown that they have put a blemish on any type of gangbang activity. The cripping is blemished. Anything, the blood in is blemished because they on here trying to be stars and have fans.
Yeah.
That don't have nothing to do with cripping. That don't go hand in hand with cripping or any gangbanging activity. I'm sorry.
Trying to have things.
They got fans and shit. I'm seeing people on here making videos. I'm in my fans. For real, am I lying? Though? I mean, am I lying?
No, that's not gangster. That's
What you say, nigga?
They talking about hands. What? Your fans? These people want to monetize cripping. That's what they've done. Monetize being a gangbanger.
I like when I saw the video of Whack 100 doing a Crip walk. I said, "This is it." Oh my God!
He's blood, though.
Yeah, he's bloody and anything.
Look, they finna tear the roof off your shit. Look at him. Don't run now.
The dogs are under the bed.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's a lot going on here. Just
Damn.
angry. Just angry fireworks.
I know, right? Holy no.
Goes on over here all the time. What was during protests? Fireworks. It doesn't matter. Anything, any event is a reason to celebrate with fireworks.
Right.
Yeah, they had to ban some of the fireworks in a city called Brampton over here. The Indians were getting wild with it. You know.
I think they just gave up over here. They don't even worry about it.
Just let them go.
Everybody just lay low until tomorrow. It'll be okay.
Right. Sometimes the people do need to enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Because when you start to restrict them, it becomes a problem.
Ain't nothing wrong with having fun, I bet you.
That's right.
Well, some people can't be restricted. They just won't. You can't do it.
They wild with it, always wide open, full throttle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Say something. Say something.
Say something.
It's like these guys I used to party with back in the day. I had to just stop because anywhere they went, they would get out of hand. It's too crazy. And I tell you, back in the day versus now,
I don't care
with all the cameras,
you can't take my rights away from me.
So what about this mayor that was calling on the gang members to get involved in the protest?
To do what?
Get involved in the protest against ICE.
Oh man, these folks want a civil war so they can shut down the whole country.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
That's what they're trying to do.
Right.
She said, "Don't be claiming
You
You
said,
know, protesting with us. Well, she didn't say protesting. She just basically said, "Get out here and do something."
oh, talking about that mayor?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ooh, no, she ain't propagating violence, is she?
she propagated violence and she was like inciting, like, y'all need to get out here and do something and protect your territory.
yeah. She called him out by name. She named the
She
gangs.
named the games, the Serenos,
What?
She sure
and
did.
some other one I don't know about.
I had never heard of some of them too, but I heard that they are run from the prisons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she said, "We out here on the front line and we ain't never been jumped in."
Well, y'all need to let people out of jail then, if that's the case. If y'all want all this to happen the right way, let everybody out.
So the mayor of Cali, right? That's where you at, right? Cali, right?
Cut ahead.
Huh?
Cut
Cut
it.
ahead, California.
Yeah, cut it.
Okay. Cut
Mayor's
it off.
in cities, you know what I mean? And
Is
she
that the
said
black
that,
lady?
and they want her to stop.
Well,
They want her to step down. They want her to step and resign for that.
he's a Latina. He had
Oh,
accent.
okay. That's why. Shit. What they think?
What they thought.
What they? Man, come on, man.
She
Put
did
down.
resist violence though. She did say that shit. And I was like, what? Can you do that when you're a mayor?
She had a press conference afterwards saying that the feds had no business coming to her house because that was a violation of her rights because she has the right to freedom of speech.
That's true. And that's why they're gonna try to take our freedom of speech just because of that.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't understand. Well, actually, I
So,
should
so,
say. Oh, sorry.
shoot. You know what? I was thinking about this earlier about how. See, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Not, wait a minute. Let me say this off the top. I ain't gonna be able to do it. My channel is not gonna be up long because there's no way that I'm gonna muffle my expression by not saying certain words. I've been saying these words all my life. Now all of a sudden, you telling me I can't say certain words because something might happen behind it?
You can't say grape. You can't say it's certain things you can't say on your channel.
Okay,
Like,
but see, I don't understand why is that though? Why I can't say certain words? Where they come from?
mm-mm.
Because
You
that's
don't
what
know.
censorship is. What is censorship? So I don't know.
They censor and say
Censorship for what?
here. I don't know why, but we know that's why them all the big time content creators when they say certain things, they say that. But us small channels, we say shit and nothing happens to us because we not finna lose nothing.
Right. So,
They
but
say
these same, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let y'all have flow. These same words, I heard them saying it on television.
Thank you. They do.
Okay, then.
I don't
So,
understand why they doing it either, but whatever.
Different rules for different people. But I'm glad to see finally blacks are letting these characters basically fight their own battles. Because I would always hear blacks talk about for the blacks and the browns and the this and the that, and nobody cared. Nobody
You know
cared about the
why
blacks.
they not fighting with them because they have treated us like ass out
That's
here.
right.
They treat us fucked up when we come to their restaurants. They get mad that we like Mexican food. Talking about why y'all want to eat our food and all type of bullshit. I done heard it all. I done lost a job fucking with them because they didn't want me in the position. They wanted me to get fired so they can put somebody else in the position.
Yeah.
I've been done wrong. I've been a victim of this shit. So I know. And
mm,
I've done nothing but love them because I've been around them for all my life. I've been with them from the time I started school until the time I graduated and then in the community. So I didn't have nothing against none of them, but they didn't like me. They didn't treat me right. So hell no, I ain't finna go out there.
we don't need to go out there anyway because you know what'll happen if we go out there and start protesting and acting up. Even if we're
Mhm.
just out there, we just show our faces out there. The military is coming in real fast.
Yeah,
of
I get
course.
it. I get it. Let them stay there.
So let somebody else do it.
Let them say, like I was saying to Nikki C the other day, when they send these characters back to where they came from, her and I can open up a stand, sell taco, Feliz Navidad, and I'll do a dance too.
That's
He said, Feliz Navidad around this motherfucker.
trying to
I'll
go.
leave Canada to come to LA to open up a taco stand and do Feliz Navidad. Trust me.
I can't do it right now.
Silly.
I'll sell taco.
Hey, I'm already trying to make me. I've been talking about these tacos though, because yes, we all make our tacos different. We make ours a little bit different.
Right,
So I'm gonna put that our twist on the tacos. We're gonna
right.
have oxtail tacos.
That
Yep.
part.
Yep. And I
Turnip
already know
green
my
taco.
Huh?
Mhm.
What
I
kind?
already,
Turnip green taco.
Turnip
yes.
with some turnip greens in it and shit.
Oh no, not
Mm,
green tacos.
Maybe a little macaroni and cheese in one. Shit.
man. Mm.
And I already know
That's
my
gonna be
symbol. It's
the
gonna be a
taqueria.
black
It's gonna be
face.
over with for the taqueria.
Oh yes.
It's over. Mm.
It's gonna be a black
We ain't gonna
face
make
with a
tacos. We make
sombrero on.
tacos.
Yep.
So, but do y'all realize the state of mentality of a lot of these Hispanic people in the U.S.? These folks are literally freaking out.
Good. Get them out. I'll come and take their stuff. Get them out.
Hey, but listen. They've never done anything wrong to me, right? They don't bother me. I don't give a damn how many job sectors they corner. I don't even care, really, because I'm gonna catch a dime here or there.
You know we're not
But
gonna do jobs.
huh?
Hey, we're not even mad at them, but they did treat us fucked up, and I ain't going out to do no damn. I didn't protest for nothing, so I ain't gonna protest for this shit either. I didn't go out there for Trayvon, the other dude, or none of them.
Right.
Only thing I did for Trayvon is I did take a picture with my hoodie on, but I ain't go out.
Take a picture of your video.
Hey, you represent. I ain't mad at you.
Did you lift your fist and you were supporting them? I said Trayvon Martin.
Hey, remember we all blacked out our Facebook profile for a minute?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, I participated in some stuff, but I'm not getting ready to go outside and do nothing.
Mm-mm. We ain't gonna gather like that. That's too easy for them.
I'm not doing that, and I'm not picking fruit and vegetables off the farm either. So
Well, when it comes to fruits and vegetables off the farm, if they would abandon a lot of the lands in America, I'll come and take them.
I know, right?
Trust me. I'll come and take them.
It's gonna be some black farmers around here in a minute.
I'll
Yeah,
come and
let
take
us
them.
be the farmers, and then we'll pick the fruit. But don't fucking ask us to pick your fruit. Shit.
Give me the farm. I can
Guess
bring some Jamaicans right over.
guess
Pick
who
up a bunch of Jamaicans.
guess who finna pick the fruits
Come
now?
out here. They will come out here. Let them come out here.
who's going?
Who's gonna pick it?
I
The
said let
prisoners.
the Jamaicans come.
Okay.
Said.
The prisoners.
Yeah, I can see that. And I was thinking that
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
they'll use them.
Right. And they're gonna get court civic.
Because
They're gonna get court civic to run the whole thing.
the white farmers are upset because they thought we were coming.
Yeah, think again.
They thought they were. I guess busloads of us were supposed to be dropped off at the farms.
That's what they waiting on?
Yeah, you know, they thought if they canceled DEI and affirmative action, it would force us off our jobs. We would end up out there picking the crops.
Yep,
So
that sounds like them.
what were they expecting when you get to deporting Mexican? What do you think they was finna do? They won't still work in the fields?
No, they were going to deport the Mexicans and bring the blacks out there.
Man, ain't no nigga going back in the cornfield. Come on, girl.
And
Ain't no nigga going back in the field, man. That's over with.
they are disappointed and upset. They thought we were coming.
But see, that's how you make.
We was coming. They have us fucked up right now.
But that's how you make America great again. You got to put the nigga back in the cornfield now.
That's right. Put him
Ain't gonna be great without us, nigga.
back in his place.
He said.
So if
if we don't go out in the field, we don't eat y'all. Y'all do know this, right? So what we gonna do?
We
Why
own our own fields.
we won't have any vegetables and fruit on the shelves in the stores if the black folks don't show up.
Ah,
Right.
Well, our kids ain't going. Our kids ain't going,
Nigga,
y'all.
I seen that nigga.
Our kids is
Back-
not going to
back-
go.
Backyard, I can grow whatever I want.
So you know, a lot of see, I've been reading a lot of stuff since I've been away, right? A lot of the fruits and vegetables, they don't have seeds in them anymore.
Yeah,
that's right.
because they are GMO fruits and vegetables.
Right.
And they
So
grow a week's time. They grow from the ground up
mm.
in the
Very
store.
harmful.
Stored for you.
So have y'all seen the rubber watermelon and all the leaking watermelon? Y'all seen that shit?
I
No, I didn't
don't
see that.
see that.
You
I mean,
ain't seen that?
online they be showing little dumb stuff about the watermelon, but the watermelons that I'll be getting from the store, I buy the ones with the seeds in them.
Don't
But
you fuck around getting no rubber watermelon. You hear me?
no, I could tell if it was rubber or not. It ain't rubber.
They even
Mm.
square watermelons.
Hmm?
Oh my God, clear ones.
Square.
Oh, yeah, they doing too much. They always making something. That's what's wrong with mankind. Mankind
So
does not want to let God do the work. They want to take what God did and do something else with it. And that just shows that uh it's all about demonic energy.
Pretty
mm,
much.
Because anytime you want to go against God, you are everything that happened in the beginning.
Yeah.
mm.
Like I
Yeah,
couldn't understand the concept of white chocolate. Chocolate has never been white. Like, why would you do such a thing?
I
Because
know, right?
they need white
Yeah,
stuff. You know what I
That's
mean?
the
Darkness,
dumbest shit in the world.
everything was made out of darkness. Let's get to that. Let's get
that's
to
right.
that. Everything was created out of darkness.
Mm-mm.
What's wrong
Mm-mm.
with chocolate? Because I like white chocolate. What's wrong with it?
Are we
Because
lying? Am I lying, y'all?
it's not in its natural form. Chocolate is not to be white.
Oh.
And the rice ain't to be white, and nothing else. The flour ain't supposed to be white. Ain't nothing supposed to be fucking white. They bleached it.
Yeah, the colors are
Sugar
just
too.
off. I'm not saying people can't enjoy what they like. It's just the
Bread.
colors are off.
Everything is when you take the brownness out of stuff, it takes out all the nutrients.
Mm.
Yeah, you ever see the black people who bleach their skin? God forbid.
Mm.
I thought Jamaica was above that, but you have bleachers in Jamaica.
Right.
Black people who bleach themselves, and you should see how they look like ghost.
That's terrible. I don't want to do nothing like that to my skin.
Yeah, like
I like my
ghost.
golden color that I am.
I
Yeah.
love that red bone color. I love it. I ain't gonna even lie
Of
to you.
the
Well,
sun.
I, I ain't making up nothing. I'm just gonna put it out.
Ricky, stop it.
You say
I
Well,
you
we
love
can get
I
married.
love
We
it.
can get
I,
married. We can still get married.
listen, I
Is
dig
that
my color.
We
is
can
that so?
we can still get married, Ricky Farid. You know, I love you. You are my
Why,
husband.
Nikki?
You are
See
not
why
ready.
are you
You're
doing
not
that?
ready. You're
You
not
are
ready.
my husband. You are my husband.
You're
Why are you
not
doing
ready.
that? Nikki, see why are you doing that?
Hey,
Huh?
LAQ, we had a skit that we were doing on my channel about 6 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, we used to be on here cracking up because we didn't have nothing else to do because wasn't that is that during COVID?
No,
uh,
Maybe
before.
Oh, it was before
before.
COVID though. It was
Yeah,
before COVID, but we used to be on here all the time. That's when we was on here every night. And
yeah.
I just started talking about I wanted to marry Ricky and I was gonna have the first YouTube wedding. It was
Ooh, hey, those folks was hot. They ain't right yet.
Ricky was coming back like Ricky, what is this lady saying? What is she saying? They
Ooh, I'm talking about. I've been getting smoked by. I'm still getting smoked behind that.
live, live on YouTube. Huh?
And
live
I been in the penitentiary back. I'm still getting smoked.
Yeah, they have people with psychiatric problems on this
they really
platform.
do. They do.
Because I
And that's
remember,
about the character of Ratchet TV. He
oh
got a
God,
psychiatric problem.
I have to look him up. I have to look him up. I'm not
Feel as
familiar with
though
him.
Ratchet TV did not have to attack Tisa Tells the way he did. To me, he is trying to create a narrative in order to create some revenue for his own channel.
Ratchet TV, the Hood's journalist. Imagine that.
He mad because he didn't get out there like they did. They came from the beginning of the case to the end of the case. Ratchet TV got it there a week ago.
Oh
He showed
God.
and got mad about it.
And mad because he missed all the action. That's no one's fault but yours, buddy.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You ain't got to attack this lady because she wanted to be with the women and wanted to fight against people being victimized.
Ratchet TV.
He
That's it.
upset about it. He said she was lying. He didn't have to attack her. That's why I'm mad at him. Because I was watching his channel and I'm a supporter of him too. But now I don't even want to watch his channel because I see he is on some bullshit.
You know, the interesting thing about this platform is when I initially came on here, I was talking about tools, and then I found myself sucked into the black sector. It's like you see one character, and then you come across another, and another, and another. You know? Jeez. And then you've got the black manosphere. That's another set of people. Wow.
Hmm?
You know, the black sector.
Wait,
Mhm.
Black Manosphere.
Sorry, what'd you say?
What is Black Manosphere?
Explain it to her.
Oh, it's a collection of black characters that weren't picked when they were in school days.
Oh,
So they get on there and they
oh,
misbehave. Yeah.
I can't believe you said that.
Yeah,
Black
that's
man
all
is
they
still.
oh my
And
God.
they
Ooh.
go against women. You forgot that part. They
yeah,
don't
so
like women. They don't want us to be.
Oh, that's the
Um,
people. Is it the blue pill or the red pill?
what's-
it's a bunch of psychiatric patients. It's like,
No, that's
yeah, they have problems.
oh,
they got a lot of
God.
problems, man. I done got into it with a couple of those characters.
Yeah,
Charles,
they
the one I went on this panel that time thought I was gonna say something. He went off on me. What was his name? Charles or somebody?
oh my God, there's so many. There's so many of them. I don't know.
Faulkner. Faulkner. What's his name?
Charles Faulkner? Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
he went off
What
on
are they
me.
angry black men?
They're angry.
Yes.
They the passport brothers. That's what they are.
First
Oh,
they're leaving America, then they're coming back, then they're crying about they're being mistreated abroad, and then they're being treated well. Everything is crazy,
and
you
they
know.
probably follow Kevin Samuels then.
Yes.
Okay, got it. That's
They're,
those are his
they're-
followers.
yeah, they're but here's the thing about Kevin Samuels. He was one of the most successful ones to come out of the nonsense, and he was clever enough, to stay away from them once he got the fame. So
Yeah,
guys were
how
backbiting him.
how it ended for him. The very
Imagine.
women he talked about, that's how he died.
That's right.
Mm-mm-mm.
One guy crying and fighting over Kevin, a
So
grown
what
man.
actually happened to him, Kevin Samuel?
Supposedly he was in a hotel room and he passed out or something. I don't know.
Was he with one of these bigger, heavy-set women that he kept
Yeah,
talking about?
he died.
I don't know if they were bigger, heavier set. Yeah.
Little plus size lady that he talked about so bad. Plus size women, you need to lose weight. That's why you don't have a man and all that stuff.
These plus-size women, I'm gonna let y'all know, they don't got no problem getting no man. I'm just gonna let y'all know.
I get it. But what
What's
was
their
strange?
What's their
Go ahead.
secret? Tell me their secret.
I don't know what the secret is, but they don't have no problem getting no man. That's what I want to tell y'all. They be having a man,
And,
and they got babies and all that. So somebody is hitting that.
and
That's
and
true.
and underneath every plus size woman is a skinny one. So
That's
whatever she
true.
was doing when she was skinny, that's what she doing now.
Mm.
I just found that when I came across the Black Manosphere guys, I just found that you really don't have a life if all you can do is complain about females all day and all night. It's just very strange.
I
You
know,
know,
right?
Oh,
every day there's no new topic. Or
yeah.
the narrative that they ran is, you see, the economy is getting hard, so people are going to have to come back and humble themselves. Dude, stop it.
Just angry. Just why are you so angry?
My
Mhm.
God.
They finish over my house, LA.
And hate, just angry and hate.
Pretty much. But I think they've lost a lot of steam because YouTube has tightened up the rules and, they're jealous of one another too. It's not a
Oh,
solid group.
it's not a solid group.
Yeah.
Jealous of each other. Oh God.
So you have all kind of factions and you have guys who fight and then come back and disappear and try to open up their own channels. So it's a very, very, very disloyal set of characters.
Right.
And I can tell you, Kevin Samuels, they were jealous of. They were incredibly jealous, because Kevin left a lot of them in the garbage. You notice he didn't bring any riffraff black men around him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't. Did he have any men on his show?
He didn't have nobody on his show.
It was just him. And then the people call in. And the other guys that he had come up with, he kind of ditched them.
Hey, that's what they all do. When you want
That's right.
that's when you. I mean, sometimes you can't
So,
take some of these characters with you.
so what
Right.
happened to Cynthia G?
Oh, she got kicked off YouTube. Period.
They just got rid of her altogether. The man
Mm-hmm.
got rid of her. Didn't they get
But
rid of her?
they helped her. They helped get rid of her, I think.
Because she called them dusty trash bags.
Did you see the guy she was running around with? A guy named Robert Perkins?
Wait, I thought she was with a
Yes, she got with Robert Perkins out of all the people she could have ever got with. She had a baby by this dude.
She did? Oh,
Yes, Robert Perkins is AKA the nigga with the tattoos.
Yep.
Man, I used to follow this dude since way in the beginning. I found out that he was a fraudulent person. He was a fraud.
and she had a with them.
There's
Dang.
a lot of people are fraud on YouTube, dude. That dude was talking one way, but then you find out he really ain't like that. He not really like that. Like he's something else. Like, mm-mm.
You see, once I discovered this hangout type of thing, I stopped watching regular TV. I stopped paying for Netflix. I stopped all of that. I just come here and just punch in a name. These guys are wild.
And you straight, huh?
Yep. And they lie. You have a guy talk about, I don't know the guy. And you rewind back, the guy's been on his panel for weeks, months.
Wow.
Everybody get busted on YouTube, and
Oh, yes.
you get.
And there are certain places that I learned, whatever you do, just watch, don't go on the panel, and don't comment.
Mm.
Like I saw an incident one time and I said, these people are sick. There's a particular man, I'm not going to call his name. There's a
No,
particular
don't call
man.
his name. Please don't call his name.
Right? This particular man was in another chat and he went back over to another chat and a woman spotted him and said, listen, I saw you over there. Don't lie to me.
Mm.
And he's explaining himself. I know you saw me over there, but it's not what you think. I said, these people are sick.
Mm.
Yeah.
So like when I came into this realm of this live YouTube, it was ridiculous. I promise you.
Oh, yes.
Boy, I ain't never went on a roller coaster ride in my life till I got to YouTube.
There's so much of haters, huh? Like people that's coming at you from everywhere.
Ooh.
You have to be who you are. I came over here being who the hell I am. I'm a very studious person. Sometimes I want to go do some research. I want to go into the Bible, and I started going into the Bible and showing them like how I study the Bible, which I would pull up like my I don't know what I call it. It's a whole thing where I can go in and look deeper into my scriptures. And so I pulled that up one day and just started showing them how Jesus had a brother named James and this and that. This lady came to me and told me Jesus ain't got no brother.
Oh, Lord.
That's how you started out.
Maybe
That's
you
how you started out.
Yeah, she told me Jesus didn't have no brother. She had the apocrypha trying to pretend like she knew something more than other people. But then when I started showing what I knew and how I was talking about Jesus' brother, James, and I did the book of James and all this lady attacked me.
Mm.
And they're good. They're good for attacking people.
Why are you attacking me? Because I know something.
Mm.
Because you know what? You don't mess with other people's crazy in their head.
Mm.
Once you see it's whatever's going on in their head, leave them alone. Okay.
I did leave her alone because I had wanted her to show me more about the Apocrypha. That's really how I started talking to her. I said, "Oh, the Apocrypha, I never heard of that." You know me, I want to know more about stuff. So I ordered me a Apocrypha thinking we gonna cook up. You know who I'm talking about, huh, Ricky? Remember Michi?
Oh Lord.
I was like, I want to learn more about the Apocrypha. She was like, okay. She really didn't know shit about the Apocrypha. That's why she had to start some shit with me and make it seem like I didn't know nothing or do all this stuff. Like, girl.
Yes, it's the reverse psychology.
I was just like, I'm over it. I was over these people as soon as I got here.
Mm.
I remember on one particular occasion, I put together a stream where I was just talking about my problems. Sometimes I get on there and I just babble by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Some fool jumps in the comment section talking about, I know you're talking about me. Say a name. I never met these people one day in my life. Say a name. Say a name. I know you're talking about me. I said, this guy's sick.
Oh gosh.
He's in America. I'm in Canada. I've never met him. But supposedly I'm talking about him.
How do they treat black people in Canada?
So what happens here is that they are racist, but they're very, very low key with it. Lately, they've become a little bit more bold, but they are racist here.
Why?
Sorry, say again?
Why you figure they didn't got a little bold with it?
Oh, because they saw the character over in America who's running his mouth and doing all these little things. So it's emboldened a couple fools to, act up. That's the reason.
Mm-hmm.
So they feel too in Canada like they do here?
Yeah, they have the same feelings, but they're not as direct in your face. They'll do these little subtle movements. They will basically talk to you like they're friendly, but behind your back, they'll try certain things. They do have the typical thing where they see black people and they're locking their car doors. That's a fact here.
That's
Double
natural.
locking.
That's natural.
Whatever. That's fake though, because we're not that kind of people that really do all that. It might be a few people from us that do that, but then there's people from them that do that.
It's a projection. That's right.
Y'all tripping right now.
It's guilt. It's guilt because they are afraid we're gonna do to them what they do to us. They're afraid we're gonna do to them what they deserve, and so they get scared.
The Most High gonna do that to them. So they need to do about him.
They're scared of us, and we don't even do anything to them. Oh, he's intimidating me. She's intimidating me.
How much you gotta grab your purse and you gotta act funny and shit when I'm in the grocery store. I don't care if this is an Asian grocery store. I'm in here trying to get me some good fruit and some good vegetables, and y'all looking at me like I'm about to do something in here.
You clutching your purse for? What kind of?
Like the nerve when you cover the hip out with tomatoes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there tomorrow and buy some shit.
Yeah.
Open up the purse and you can't even find a $5 bill in there. It's such a fraud.
It's fake.
You're holding purse and you don't have a damn thing in there. Get out of here.
I mean, don't you?
I'm proud of the Most High. You ain't gotta steal nothing. The Most High gonna provide for me. That's what you need to understand. He gonna provide for me, and you ain't gotta worry about me trying to take nothing from you. If anything, the Most High make you give me some shit before I take it from you.
Why you think I take your stuff? You stole something?
That's right. It's just crazy. And here's what I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand. You grow up in a family that has been racist for generations. You as a white female, what do? You run to a black man. This is just weird.
You go get with a black man, and then you got him under scrutiny. He under scrutiny. He might get fucked up at any moment if he do anything wrong to you.
It's weird.
They're scared on the elevator, but they sure will sleep with him.
It's weird. It's just your family, like when you grow up with your own family, you know what your parents like, you know what your parents don't like, and you go and do what your parents don't like. It's not their parents that are sending them to do this.
That's a fetish when they're doing.
It's a whole fetish. They know what it
That's a
is.
that's a thirst.
What
Oh,
damn
wow.
thing.
Mhm.
Shit, we look good to them girls. Y'all didn't know?
Fetish.
You
Until they
look.
No,
start
we
to, still they
Good.
start to dial 911. I told the guy, wait till 911's dialed. You can explain yourself then. Weird stuff, like
I,
you know.
it kind of seems like when black men get rich, white women become their kryptonite.
I
When they get
noticed that.
though, they don't care
No, 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 they don't.
if they're rich.
No, they don't.
Well, what's the thing then? Why this dude just didn't even get a prenup and married this white girl and bought her? How much was the car?
The fo-
$180,000 car.
you talking about
Mm-hmm.
the football dude?
Yep. You know, see, Ricky
Tra-
be doing his work.
yeah, Travis, what's his name?
Little young dude. See, he ain't never had no pretty. Oh, dang! I didn't know. He ain't never had that skin tone in his life. That's why he jumped out there like that.
He lost his mind. Yeah.
That skin tone or
That
any?
skin tone. Yes.
No, because he had a black girlfriend, I think, and he just threw her to the curb. He said,
I mean, you know,
Herb,
he
what's
probably got a certain.
got to do with something though? Like, what do skin tone really got to do with something?
I mean, it's all in the head, really, basically, because when the lights are out, you don't know what color this bitch is.
so why do the black men that get the money bow down to the white woman?
Well,
No, it's not like
I think
no.
it's a spell.
You know
I
what?
think
I'm not
it's
gonna.
a spell, LaQuincy. I think when
I
they
don't
get the
get it.
money, it's a fucking spell.
well, it's a certain type of
No, I
black
still don't.
dude
My brother,
that's into that.
It ain't no damn spell.
You know.
My son in the background talking about it ain't no damn spell.
Because I do see a
What is
certain
it?
type
Why
of
do they
black
want the
dude
white girls?
what does that, and I find that a lot of the super dark black guys have a big complex. I'm not saying all, but a lot of very dark
They
black
want somebody to
guys.
worship, and they know that no black
Yeah,
woman ain't gonna worship their ass like that.
that's some weird
I
stuff.
don't think it's that either, though.
Well, tell us what you think.
It's. I mean, I don't know, man. I can't speak for all men. I
He said,
promise you, I can't.
"You in love?
True, I do know most black men are with black
You can
women.
just
I
tell
know
me.
that.
I'm gonna put it on mute so you can tell me."
You
It
know.
depends on in the U.S. It depends on what state you in, really.
Okay.
Okay, like in Minnesota,
Hmm.
it's very rare. Wait a minute, if you catch a black man that's in a intimate, solid marriage relationship with a black woman, they more than likely came up to Minnesota together.
Okay, I see.
Right. So, but if if I was to go up there by myself, the sisters they don't want me,
Okay, interesting.
but who do they
right?
want?
Huh?
Who do they want?
The sisters want the white guys.
Okay.
Y'all didn't know that, did you?
Now I know that was going on in Minnesota.
Of course, of course. Listen, I went up to Minnesota. What was that? 210, some shit like that. Me and my ex-wife, but she's melanated. And when I first went up there, I'm noticing like, wait a minute, hold on, like it's a racial,
Interesting.
right? So the only time when you get a bunch of melanated people together, they either in a group of boys or in a group of girls, right? So when the more they got more couples interracial than anything.
It's interesting you mentioned that because it can vary from region to region.
Right.
So that's the thing in Minnesota. Interesting.
So like down south, like for one form for Memphis, right? They got some interracial relationship, but Memphis is probably the most segregated city in the South. Right?
Okay.
Blacks on this side, whites on that side. So you have interracial relationship, but they not really as in numbers like they are up north, like in Minnesota, right? Yeah.
Well, my family, they're
They what?
Arkansas, and it's a racial couples in Missouri and in Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my uncles and my brother, he got him on a white girl. So
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah,
yeah,
cause see, like when I went up north, it's like the sisters they wouldn't even talk to me. Right? They didn't want to have
Okay.
nothing to do with me. I'm like, damn, like for real, what's up? And then about a year or two after I was, they're like, nah, man, this, it's white girls. That's what's going on up in Minnesota.
It's interesting the different dynamics because here in Toronto, for a long period of time, Asian women were with white guys. They almost preferred white men over their own men. But then over the last little while, they've come away from that because they were picking up the white garbage. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like just being white is not enough. Like it got to be a point where they realized they were burdening themselves. Like these Asian women were having to do all the work and the white man stayed home and slept. So
Mm-hmm.
different dynamics.
They changed that shit up,
Heck,
didn't
the Phil-
Yes.
the Filipino women and the Hawaiian women, they go with the white men.
Yes, I've seen that. Q Marie, what is your experience with Filipinos? Because here in Canada, they're the laziest characters ever.
the
Filipino,
who?
Yeah, Filipinos.
no, they're
Are
not
they?
lazy. The ones out here work. They work and
Wow.
work hard, but they are they like each other more than others.
Because here, what I notice when Filipino men particularly get on a job,
Unmute. You muted.
oh, you're mute? Okay. What
I'm
I
muted.
notice
I was
is that
saying,
they hide. Sorry, go ahead.
I said my granddaughter is Filipino and black, and her grandmother is Filipino.
Interesting.
Her
Because
other
here,
grandmother.
here's what I've seen is when they get jobs in Canada, they hide. They hide in washrooms. They're hiding everywhere. They don't want to work. You
Damn.
know.
They don't want to
The
work.
hell?
No, they
Yeah,
work their butt. The ones I've worked with, they work their butts off. They work.
that's interesting. I worked at
So
a place. What? Go ahead. Sorry.
so they're not working. Where they getting all this bread from? Like, how are they living?
Oh, so what they would do here in Canada is they hide from the job. They're hiding in different locations. They like to hide in the bathroom. They like to hide in crevices and things like that, and then suck up to the management. And because they're small, people don't suspect them. You know?
This a real dingbats up there.
Yeah,
It's
dingbats. Yep.
Damn. Ooh. Oh, they get down here in the U.S. They don't even stop moving. Every time you see them, they move.
Okay. Like for
It's great.
instance, I had a relative. A relative worked in a school. There's a Filipino guy. He's supposed to be a janitor. So they're calling on the PA system for him to clean up a mess. Can't find him, can't find him. And I've experienced these people too. They go upstairs, there's a dark room, they open the door, he's in there laying down.
He might
Like, what are
have
you doing?
maybe he has two jobs. He's moonlighting.
Right.
I don't know.
They do that. They do what
Yeah.
they have multiple jobs. I don't
Hmm.
know. The
They
ones
got jobs and a whole business in the house.
right.
God.
The ones I
Shit.
work with, that's what they do. They have full time jobs and their own restaurants too.
Right.
Okay.
You
Because
know,
I
you
knew if
know.
this. Mhm. Go ahead.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say because I knew of this one. He was in he was in this place working, and all they're calling him on the damn PA system, he's not going. He's
Mm.
hiding. He's running. He's doing all. Let me tell you something. His job was to wash cars and park the cars. That's a simple thing. Wash and park. When they bring the key to the guy to wash the damn car, he's got the hood open and he's playing with the battery. He's doing all kinds of things. If they say clean the floor, he go on the roof. So yeah, weird.
That
Uh,
that is special. That was
Yeah, that one, he was really special.
Then I
him.
work at another place. The Filipino guy lived so close to the place that you could take a rock and throw it on the house he lived in, and he was late 15, 20, 30 minutes every day. So, it's region to region. That's why I'm asking you guys how they are, because here they're incredibly lazy. And I was warned years ago, if you go to a place and they start to get their people in there, they won't stop till they get you out.
I heard that happened in the medical field.
Mm,
Medical field, but I have relatives
okay.
complained about that.
And they'll carry news to the boss on you nonstop. Oh, my name is Carlos. I saw the black one. He had a drink of water today.
Oh,
Like, what the hell?
yeah, that might be true.
And he's carrying news 24/7.
Ugh.
And like I said, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead.
So what I want to ask all of y'all, so are we really over this P Diddy thing? Are we ready for something else?
Oh, we could
But
talk
if
about
not,
that pastor. I want to talk about that pastor.
Okay.
What pastor?
So today
Which
I was
one?
scrolling on YouTube, and there's a pastor who was involved with some dude, and the dude exposed him because the dude didn't know he was a pastor. Dude did something with him and all this stuff, and then sent a video to look at a church service, and it was the pastor he'd been dealing with.
Oh
So
my God.
he exposed the pastor, and now everybody talking about, oh, don't do the pastor like that. Oh, you got to stop because his wife gonna kill herself and all this shit. But this pastor is doing this.
So
He's
the pastor is a booty man.
He's a booty bandit. Look
Well,
at you guys.
just add him to the list.
Just add him to the booty list.
Hey man, it's
Doing all this stuff. His wife don't know. Then she find out she want to kill herself. So now they're trying to tell him, please stop, because the first lady gonna kill herself and this and that. But he like, no, because I'm from the church. My parents is pastors, and he's supposed to be a Pentecostal pastor, and that is like the highest of all any kind of church.
To me, the church don't even count anymore.
And basically, he's mad because this dude is over here using the church for money. Basically, to go be a booty bandit. He's using the church's money, all the church good money, to go be a booty bandit with it.
And he has a wife.
Yeah, they'll have wife and children. Yep.
Oh my God.
Front.
Look at
Yeah,
Rich.
front.
Rich can't take it. He's like,
Wow.
Oh Lord.
Yes, call out his name. Trust me, that's all we can do these days. And God help us all.
So when you get to expounding on the morality of some shit, folks want to say you homophobic and all this whole gay bashing and all this old shit. You can't speak the truth about the facts of those acts. So I know I'm gonna be what you call cancel culture. I'm gonna lose my channel. You know what I'm saying? Suddenly end up in jail speaking about some shit like that.
Oh.
But how much sense do that make though? If you're a pastor of a church and you around here tickling little boys' booty, he ain't the first now.
Wait, is it little boys?
he's not a little boy. This is a grown ass man. He was a grown ass man on that shit called Jack, and he found him on there.
Oh, okay.
All right.
He
Oh,
did. He was
He's
deliberately on Jack. We know this is a homosexual platform. He
Oh.
deliberately went and found him somebody to be with. And the dude was with him. And the dude turned around and looked at the church service and saw him on there. And was like, what the heck? I was just with this dude.
But why did he?
A sensual relationship with a married man.
Yeah.
And now y'all want to tell him to back down. Oh, the first lady gonna kill herself and all this. No.
But why does he need to make that public? I don't understand why he has to do that. If he wasn't a pastor, would he make it public?
It was the fact that the pastor, he didn't know it was a pastor. He didn't even know this was a pastor until he saw it on the thing.
So if he wasn't a pastor, it would be
It
He
wasn't
wouldn't say
that. It was that it made him mad. That's what he said. He was on Tasha K and everything.
oh
It
Lord, Tasha K.
Right.
nothing.
God.
You know
when
you gotta
Tasha
go
K
on top
came out, we
of
all know it's some bullshit. Tasha K was like, "Do you have the text messages?" He was like, "Yeah." She said, "Can you send those to me right away?" She was on it.
And if he was in person, she was getting drunk so he could tell
Golly.
more.
Yeah, she trying to have the proof about what she talking about, but like, no, the dude was offended that the dude would even do that. That's all. Why he wanted to expose him. He wasn't like he wanted to expose nobody else, but he wanted to expose him because he was exploiting the church to do his bad deeds.
Yeah, Tasha K is one hell of a platform to go on. My God. That's one
Do
hell
I
of a
know Tasha?
place to
Do
go.
I know Tasha, Nick?
Tasha K is the one on wine with Tasha K. You don't remember her? That's a lady. She not like with us, like our sector, but she was somebody who was on YouTube for a long time doing her thing with the wine.
Tasha K. I might know if I see her.
I think you know her because she was like one of the first really YouTubers that was making it, and I've been watching her for years and years and years. Like before I even started my own channel.
Yeah,
You know what
what?
pastor I
Mhm.
think? You know what pastor I thought you was talking about?
Who?
The pastor in my case.
Who's the pastor of your church?
In my case.
Huh?
The pastor in my case.
Oh, your case?
Huh?
What case?
Okay, we'll leave that then.
Hey, I don't remember, Ricky. What you talking about?
What you mean you don't remember?
The pastor in your case?
Yes. Oh my God.
Ricky, I forgot.
So you didn't see the video when I turned myself in?
Mm-mm.
You never seen it?
I probably don't even remember. What you do? Beat up the pastor?
Oh.
Yeah, but I
Damn.
think you beat the
Why I
pastor.
had to beat him up though, nigga?
Huh?
Mm.
Oh yeah, I got sick, Ricky, and I forgot a lot of stuff. So you got to remind me. Some
Oh,
of the
okay.
things I can't remember.
I guess we'll do that for a
I
whole another
remember you.
live.
That's the main thing. I remember you though.
Mm.
What you? Why I had to beat the pastor up though?
I don't know what you. I forgot what happened about the pastor. I gotta go remember.
So
'Cause
you don't forget why I went to prison? Oh my,
Yeah,
that's a
I had
whole
a
other.
whole brain infection and stuff like that. I can't
Oh
remember.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember everything. I remember some things.
Okay.
Like I remember we was getting married.
yeah.
Ooh, look at the smile on your face, girl. Don't do me like that. Don't you do me like
Well, Nikki, see, I can see you've made a full recovery.
that.
You
I
know,
know, right?
you're
I know,
looking,
right? You
you're looking
understand?
very well, very
Right.
well.
Hmm. You know, I tried to search for your channel quite a few times when I was in prison.
You couldn't find it.
Coffee with Nikki C. I could not find it.
You couldn't.
Nope.
That's crazy.
Matter of fact, I did what I do. I commented on one of the some. It's another girl. Her name Nikki C. I was spelling your name Nikki.
Oh yeah, you gotta spell it right.
I know, right? I spelled it wrong. I was like,
That's
damn.
all
She
right.
gone.
So you gotta
I
spell
said,
everything.
damn, she gone.
I wasn't gone.
You the
you
only
know,
one I really was trying to, you know,
mm,
do some YouTube shit while I was in prison. Anybody else, I didn't even bother.
Oh,
mm,
Hmm.
the algorithm is weird. Like you look up one character and then another character pops up. You know, it's
yeah, but I
like,
changed mine too a little bit.
okay, I understand.
It's
You
so
know, there's so much potential in the black community. We just got to stick together and
we can't
stop the
get together.
nonsense.
Exactly.
Yes, no, it's gonna be a whole different. What you call this shit when it happened? What the Mayans said? It's gonna be a whole cycle. What you call that shit?
Yeah.
What you call it when shit changed over hundreds of years? What you call
Yep.
it? Yeah, because we are not coming together unless Jesus coming back on the cloud. We are not doing it. It is
That,
not gonna happen.
that's what I'm saying.
It ain't.
That's what I be saying because I see it everywhere I go that nobody want to really stick together. They want to be on their own and do something. But
Mhm.
you see these Hispanic people, they stuck together. They stuck together on everything they do.
See that because they were raised up in that with that on their cycle, right? To stick together, look out for one another, right? See, we
Mhm.
wasn't raised and born in a land where there's nothing but us. It'll be different. We'll be tribal as fuck, right? But we was raised over here in Americas where they assimilated how they want us to live, to think, to eat, to worship. It got everything is mapped out for these niggas. They ain't got to do nothing but just go. It's already fixed up for them. So what's the use of change? They can make all the drugs, they can make all the money, they can do all the drugs, they can kill as many people they want to kill, and they ain't got no God, so they ain't trying to repent of the shame about nothing. It's wide open right now. It's the widest I've ever seen this society. Right? This
Mhm.
is the wide. It's so wide. Then it's getting wider though.
Came back.
It's getting real wide. So you gotta see. Check this out. See, just take for instance. It's kind of hard for y'all to imagine this, but just take for instance me being away from internet, television, right? Women, children, everything for years,
Hmm.
and then coming back, placing myself back into society. It's different,
I understand.
right? It's different.
I
So
understand.
I don't know how I'm gonna go back and figure out where all the changes that I've noticed started, but it's all a part of the system, man. This assimilation, how they got this shit structured, right? It's all a part of that, but it's thing got far fetched now, right? Ain't nobody trying to be with their naturalness. You know, it's plenty of fuckery going on. You know, there's no modesty. You know, they ain't trying to be unified. It's just the shit is bizarre to me.
Yeah, but things like racism, they stand firm on that. Everything else can be whatever. But the racism, they're firm on that. You know.
I mean, people put too much weight on that racism word, right?
I
Actually,
understand.
that's really not even a word, though, really. But it's
Hmm.
just the fact that these people hate themselves so much that they have to inflict pain and turmoil and chaos on somebody else, right?
So here's the thing: if not to cut you, but if you hate yourself so much, inflict it on yourself. Keep it to yourself. That's
That's
how I
impossible.
see it. I
You
hear
know,
you.
we are humans. We're creatures with emotions. We're going to
Right.
express them one way or the other, whether they be dormant, whether we be extrovert with it. You know what I mean?
It's
It's
true.
gonna come out one way or the other.
It's true.
So if you love me, I'm gonna notice it one day. Oh, you really love me, huh? It's because it's gonna come out.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
If you hate me, it's just a matter of time when that color is gonna come to light, and I'm gonna be able to see it. Oh, you're a green ass nigga, right?
Right.
All right. And it don't matter who you are. You could be a person, a stranger, an associate, or a family member. It's gonna come out.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Right.
Those
So
are very good points. Uh-huh.
right. So that's why I'm trying to ease my way back into my own, right? That's why I'm laying right here in this bed.
Mhm.
Sometimes that's the best place to be.
Right here
Sometimes
by
the
I'm in the
best
room by
place.
myself.
Yep. Sometimes that's the best place to be in your bed.
Man,
Alex,
I'm trying.
where you at, girl?
Hmm?
What you doing?
Listening.
You got so quiet.
I need you to uncam, sister.
I
Come
know what I
on.
wanted to tell you though, sis. I wanted you to say something about how I know we off the subject again, but back to the P Diddy stuff about how a lot of the times these people use these techniques to brainwash these people to do the things that they want them to do.
Yeah, the abuse,
Say that again.
sexual abuse, sexual,
Yeah.
Sexual.
uh,
Mhm.
sexual abuse.
But,
Yeah,
but see, mhm.
yeah. They use it to create trauma, and then it's like a trauma bond. But they
And a
have
lot of the people want to be down. Sorry, go ahead.
they do. That's true. That was my issue with it because I'm like some of the things I heard these girls doing are being exposed to the first day that they worked for Diddy. The one young lady said they told her if any of the information that she learned from working for Diddy got mixed up with what's his name,
Suge Knight.
that he was gonna kill her.
Oh
That's
my God.
not an environment I want to work in.
Yeah, if you tell me you're gonna kill me and I might end up getting killed because of something, I'm out
I'm not coming.
immediately.
There was this one female, a kind of rowdy party female, and she had given an account because she's the type of female who liked to go all over the place. And she said she had gotten to a party one time and they said that they required all of their phones and some of their blood. And she said, "Are you crazy?" And she didn't bother to go to that party. So even she, as crazy as she is, says she's not doing that.
He said as
Yeah.
crazy as she is.
She's like, no, that's not normal.
So a lot of them dudes, right? They wasn't brainwashed. It's
Yep.
just the fact that they be thirsting for fame and money so much that they're willing to give up their booty. That's beyond insanity to me,
I,
Yep.
I
right?
can't
So,
get
but
sympathy.
that goes to show. See, let me tell you something. Let me say this here. A real hustler would never stoop to that.
That's right.
Not no real hustler. Are you
That's why
serious?
Cat that's why Cat Williams created such a stir. When he
Right.
went on Club Shay Shay, huh,
That's why Terrence Howard said you give up your man card.
that's right.
That's it. And he do all that gun bumping. He sus to me though, because I mean, come on, man. I mean, you like
Well, his
if
out
you're an actor, why don't you just act like when you be yourself? Shit ain't balancing up to me.
yeah,
Look
his
at
out
Ta-
tell a whole story by itself.
He what? Say that one more time.
His outfits tell the whole story.
yep.
Who outfits? Whose?
Ah, his
Whose
clothes.
outfits?
Terrence Howard.
Oh, Terrence Howard.
It ain't his clothes to me. It's how he put emphasis on certain words.
What's wrong with Terrence Howard? What are y'all saying about him?
Ain't nobody saying nothing. We just speaking.
What did I didn't hear? I missed something. What y'all mean?
He said he was so fat.
What tells the story? What story?
Boy, I don't even know how it begun, but yeah.
Well, he is not trying to be the most masculine guy.
Yeah,
Right.
he's soft. He kind of soft. And they told me that he used those. He don't like you if you don't use those wipes to wipe your butt. He don't
Oh
want.
my God.
Wait, what you mean he don't want how he
If he
don't want
don't like ladies who don't use the extra wipes. You know those little
Yeah.
wipes when you go to the bathroom.
The wet
Why
wipe, yeah.
God,
You
why
can't
is
just use
God
toilet paper. You got to use the other wipes too.
well you
why
Right.
in God's name is he in ladies with business like
Dry
that?
and wet. I need you to get that together.
girl,
I mean that's cool, but
he's
like my
sexual.
nigga, you acting kind of. I don't
Like,
know.
why is he discussing ladies' business like that? There's
You
something
shouldn't
very
even. Yeah,
strange.
you shouldn't even be saying that.
Well, him and Nick Cannon said women stink.
Yeah. So they don't stink?
Mm.
And he had how many babies?
Yeah,
God.
I'm not gonna let a man catch me stinking, but you know, it is what it is.
But all of us stink. We
I,
sweat, we stink.
At
listen,
some point, but We ain't gonna let nobody have to deal with that. Though. Like you're gonna
Lord
make
have
sure
mercy.
you're clean
Listen,
when
All
you
these guys,
yeah, you're gonna make sure you're clean when you around somebody.
I get it, but these guys just are talking things just like Ricky was saying. This is a time where they have no decency. They expose everything.
right. So
It's like,
I mean, hold on. Okay, I don't get it. Like
It's
y'all
sweaty.
do,
We
y'all got
already
to.
sweaty a little bit. We be like,
Yeah, but that ain't. But no, but what I'm saying is, y'all do. Y'all got money. Y'all supposed to be living a lavish lifestyle. What are you doing talking about a woman that have an odor to it? It's like, why would you even like? It don't even make sense for you to even expound on, a woman's hygiene like that.
well, you see, when you get money and you're a low life, it's the same thing, just a low life with money.
Ooh, what you said?
Yeah,
What you said?
because you're a
Damn
low
it,
life,
Clara.
you have money. That's it.
Mm,
It's still
mm,
a low
mm.
life.
Still a
yeah,
low life with money.
everybody is gonna have a time when they might not smell the best. Like let's keep it 100.
Stuff happens.
I ain't doing all that. I ain't running into that. So I don't
I'm
know what these niggas talk about.
I'm just saying, but ain't nobody gonna let you if they really care about themselves and how they present themselves. They're not gonna let you even have to deal with that. Like, what
Right.
kind of women you dealing with?
And
Right.
if you
Right.
want to,
Picking somebody up or what?
If I
if you
ain't
wa-
running across listen, if I'm not running across no woman that has an odor on them, like how is you running across these women and you supposed to be upper echelon some kind of way? Like I don't even understand how you go for real.
I just feel like that is, they just be picking up on people and I don't know what they expected.
sometimes they just like to talk because I can tell you, stinking Canada was basically the Indians. The Indians were stinking up till the last 5 or 10 years. It was bad. It was
Oh my goodness.
bad. But the
Oh my
last,
goodness.
call it the last 10 years, they've taken care of the stink. The whole country was complaining about the stink. These guys were doing the
What?
weird stuff. Yeah.
Listen, I remember walking into a hotel room, well, motel, whatever one it was,
Uh
up in
huh.
Minnesota. And the Indians, they got they cornered their little market off, right?
Yes, that's right.
I go in this lobby, and the first thing that I noticed was the stench. No, it wasn't a
Yep.
stench, it was a funk.
Yep.
The
Funk.
strong the shit is like it's been marinated for months.
Yep.
So I'm trying to figure out like why are y'all smelling like this? They don't take I don't know. They not taking baths.
That the food that they were cooking would get the fumes would get on the clothing.
No, that's coming off the ass. That partner.
Oh
I'm just,
God.
yes, that
Ugh.
kind of funk. I'm talking about the kind of funk that you could tell a motherfucker ain't took bath for like a whole month or some shit.
Oh God, I get you.
Right? You
I
ain't never
get
smelled
you.
no Indians like that?
Yeah,
Then
man.
bad though when you don't take no bath in a whole month. I don't know what that means.
What Indians? The Native Americans or the Middle Eastern?
The
You
East
got
Indian, the Punjabi, the
The
dots.
real Indians over there in India.
Okay, yeah, I heard that. I heard that they.
But
So
the,
y'all never ran across an Indian with this funk on them?
be stanky. They be funky. They be musty.
But see, the
it
women.
used to be like that here. They stopped.
No,
They
but
took
So,
care of it.
I heard.
Clever, let me ask you this:
Okay.
I never ran across some Indian woman that smelled like that. It's all men.
It's all the men. They
That's
like
right.
that smell. They like that
Heard
smell.
That's right. No, I never smelled them like that stink. But what I notice about the Indian women here, for the most part, they don't dress up like the black woman because their men are very vigilant of that. If they start to wear good clothes, there's a problem.
Mm,
Very basic. Here in a one bun, like in a ponytail. That's it.
mm.
You know. So it's very there are variations with the culture, but they've cleaned up their stink. Now in Canada, these guys are wearing good cologne. Yeah, they cleaned it up.
Mm, mm, mm.
Because people are saying, yo, man, you stink, this, that. And for Canadians to say you stink, it takes a lot out of them because
They
they're
don't
Mm-mm,
even
fake.
know that they stink because they never use deodorant and stuff. They don't use that.
Yeah,
mm-mm.
well, now they're using good deodorant now. They're using
So
some good stuff.
You know this river in India, the Ganges River, right?
Yes.
This river is so polluted. They take baths, they wash their animals, they wash their clothes,
Oh God.
and I don't know if they even drink. I doubt if they even drinking this water because you got feces and garbage and everything in this water, and everybody goes to this river and take baths.
I wouldn't take no bath in that shit. I'd be like, can we find another body of water? I'd be like, we gotta find something else, y'all.
The Ganges River, look it up. The
I'll be
nastiest river on earth.
like, them. We gotta find something new. We can't take a bath here no more, brother.
Mm-mm.
What strikes me about them is that they have these color issues. At one time, an Indian guy was saying something to me, and I said, "You fool! You're the same color as me." Check out
Mm.
his response. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I said, "What the hell is wrong with this fool?"
Nigga, you blacker than me right
Yeah.
now. Indians be blacker than us.
No, I'm
Mhm.
not. No, I'm not. You should see the little
They
cockroach.
got a whole different kind of dark color. They got.
Mm. They got
Some of
colors for your ass though,
Yep.
for real.
That
Yeah.
color is another kind of color. It ain't got nothing to do with this creamy chocolate brown we got.
Yes,
I know,
Nikki.
right?
See.
Kind of little charcoal gray.
You said it what? The what?
They don't got that chocolate brown like we got. They got that
No, that ain't what you said.
charcoal. What did I say?
Creamy chocolate
You
brown.
said cream and chocolate, baby. Come on with it.
Creamy. You know what I said. Anyway, but they got that little ashy looking charcoal
It's
mixed with
different.
brown color. You know what I'm talking about?
It's very
Right.
different, and they don't
Yeah.
upkeep the color. They want to be a different color. Like I'm looking at the guy, I'm like, "You're the same color as me." No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yeah, they don't like you not because they not the same color as you. They don't got that beautiful glow with their shit. They shit
I
look
don't. Yes.
dry and dull.
So
They
weird.
got some colors for your ass now, I'm telling you.
Trust
They
me.
got some colors for your ass. They don't call it racism over in India. They call it the caste system.
Those fools. Yes.
The what
They
system?
look- The caste system.
The cash your
So
ass out system.
caste, yeah. So they discriminate on their own ethnicity because of the color of their skin.
Yes.
So you
Dark.
do know, huh?
They do have some dark chocolate over there.
Oh
Oh yeah, they
yes.
got some, yeah. Men and women. They
Black.
They
yeah,
but their dark is it look like the hair is dark and straight,
That's
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
right.
dark, the lips are it's just like everything is dark.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And never
Phenomenal.
before have I seen so many dark
Like
ones in Canada.
no matter how dark we are, we got a little red in us.
See, when God made us, He made us a special way. That's all.
That's right.
Mhm.
Perfect. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
perfect.
He made us a special way. Like
You understand?
they be mad about us though.
You
Of
Like
course.
understand us?
But
Not
let me
that
tell
you
you something.
understand me, do
the
you
best
understand
decision
us?
made, actually.
Let me tell you something. A black woman can be 60 and look better than a woman at 30, at 25.
Mhm.
I'm
Well,
telling you.
you finna earn you some points, right? What you trying to do, Clarity?
I'm
Huh?
just telling the truth. I can take a black woman at 60 and put her up against an Indian woman at 35
Yeah,
and a
you on your
Chinese
way,
woman at
my guy.
35. Hands down.
Huh?
Hey, look.
Yeah, you on your way, man.
Hey.
Boy, you a smooth motherfucker.
No, but these are facts. Compare.
Boy, you
Compare.
finna get you some. How many people in the chat right now?
Ain't nothing cracking. Ain't nothing over here cracking around here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
compare a black woman at 60 to a white woman at 60.
Still intact.
No comparison.
Ooh, strange.
Compare a black woman at 60 versus a white woman at 40. No comparison.
He
She
ain't
break
talking
it
about.
down.
I be like, how old are you?
That's right.
I'm 45. I be like,
What?
oh.
Feel like she been eating too many olives or some shit.
I be like telling they be like, what?
That's
You look 30. I
that's
be like,
why
I look 30. I be like, stop lying. I don't look 30. They be like, I swear. I'm like, no, I ain't 30.
I worked with a guy one time At that time, I was 10 years older than the guy. He thought I was younger than him. All right. When he found out the age difference, let me tell you something. From that point on, that guy kept his hair black, black as tar.
Hey,
He,
but
st-
you
he
are
started.
young than all of us up here right now.
That's right. But this guy was so aged badly that when I told him my age, and he said, "You're 10 years older than me," the guy started to keep his hair black. Okay, tar black. Okay. I said, this is ridiculous.
We be putting fear in these people, man. We don't be
Oh my
meaning
God.
to
Even
do
his mustache, he started to dye that black.
Black.
Not 1 week went by, and he
Do
didn't
you
have
know,
his mustache black.
Clarendon, do you know
Yes,
how
sir.
difficult? Do you know how difficult it would be for me to keep my beard and my mustache black?
But you know
These,
what?
uh,
It'll take 10 years off of you.
I'm not finna go through that trouble.
well,
I'm
you're not gonna
good.
do it, but these guys will do it. Trust me.
All you gotta do is get that little thing with the little comb thing and
It's not happening.
put
Brush
it
either.
on your shit.
Brush
Mhm.
either.
I hear you.
All right.
I'm just messing with you. I like the gray, silver, and
I
gray.
know.
All that.
I promise you that.
You see,
I can't
generally the
do
black skin doesn't wrinkle like the other skins. You know what I mean?
it.
Like for you to be a black all wrinkled up, you had to have lived a very hard life. Like you're working in some coal mine. Like you
In
had to have,
Georgia.
you know?
Hey, I know some black crackheads that don't even look bad. I ain't gonna
Wow.
even. I ain't gonna even
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
still look like they ain't nothing happened to them. Like
Right.
they've
They
been
ain't even
all that
using drugs.
on
Right.
crack for 20 years and they still ain't nothing wrong with them.
Right. That
Wow.
kind of crazy shit. Yeah.
Like in Jamaica, you'll have guys that are over 60, and because they don't work and people are sending them free money and they stay on the roadside all day, they look great.
Yeah.
Don't take care of their kids. They sleep 8 to 10 hours a day. They walk around. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And Friday night they party,
Right.
you know?
Pull it wrong.
That's right. And they look great. And these guys are over 60 and they're having kids too. I don't know why, but they're having
See,
kids.
you know what that is?
Mhm.
They're not eating a lot of processed food over there.
That's right.
It's this
Eating
shit coming out the
fruits and vegetables and good
That's
food.
right.
right. This shit coming out the ground over there.
Good
That's
rice
right.
and peas and stuff. I want to go over there so I can eat that food. I don't want to be out here no more. I'm done.
I
All I
know,
can
right?
say is when you get to the airport, be prepared to be charmed. As soon as you get to the airport and touch down,
What
guys
you
will
mean?
be
Oh, you talking
offering
about
you
Jamaica?
girls.
Hey,
Yes.
I have my connections already in Jamaica. Don't get it twisted.
Okay, it's like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You can't
Yeah.
let the brother in Texas hear what's going on, Nikki. See, that could be a problem. You know,
Who? What brother in
Uh,
Texas?
we're not calling his name, but there's a brother in Texas that's looking for you to come and visit. You
Oh,
know,
Lord.
and I,
This
and
dude
I,
ain't talking about me. Stop it. You just be trying to pump that up every time. Don't do
and
that.
I think you sidestepped him.
Yeah, let me blow
Not
your
that.
so let me blow you up so I can see this look on your face. Who is this guy named Clever?
I can't reveal the sources.
Who is this guy? Who is this
He, he-
guy?
he's in Texas. He's a brother in Texas.
Who is this man?
This guy in Texas.
He's a
And you
guy
want
in
to
Texas.
marry me?
Ah,
You
no,
foolish.
no, no.
You foolish.
He said,
He's,
and you want to marry me.
uh,
We are
word,
crazy. Like, we
word
are crazy.
word has it that Nikki C was passed into Texas and didn't stop by and see you.
I
Oh
never
no.
went to Texas, though, that time. I thought I was going. I didn't go.
Okay.
Oh, I did go.
And
Oh.
you didn't drop by, but it's okay,
Oh,
Nikki. I
yeah,
know
but
you
I
have
did go to
agenda.
go see my grandson.
Okay, yeah, no
We
problem.
can dig it. We can dig it.
Hmm.
Shit. He know what it is.
Yeah. Shout out to him. He's a cool dude, but he would have definitely fixed up his place to receive you there.
Whatever.
Uh,
I do not play with this stuff.
all right, we'll leave that.
Stop
So
it.
yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's it. So it depends on lifestyle and the food is really important.
Blast Claridan.
Yes. Rastafari. Ja.
Ja Rastafari.
Oh my God. Jamaica is nice. It's just the cost. It is nice.
I love Jamaica, man. I want to go out there.
Oh, you'll enjoy yourself. You'll enjoy yourself.
Definitely want to go.
All I
I
want is
got a
coconut
feeling.
water.
I will be
Uh,
eating rice and peas and everything out there.
mhm.
Curry goat, all that. Anyway, y'all, we've been on here for almost 3 hours, y'all.
And
Uh-huh.
it, uh, it's getting good now. You ready to lay down? That's some shit.
I was getting sleepy.
I didn't say I was ready to lay down, but I just
Oh,
know that we've been. I don't like to do long streams no more because
Okay, so check this out. Check this out. No with the prison, right? For committing this crime, right?
of beating up the pastor.
No,
No.
I didn't beat up the pastor. Come on.
What did you do to the pastor then?
I
I'm gonna call you back about this. Don't even say it. I'll call you.
okay. So, but
okay.
anyway, right?
Uh,
I just so happened I had this counselor in prison to look up something on the computer on the internet, and the news feed popped up about pastor getting killed at a bar. So I said, "What?" I said, "Click that," and she clicked it.
mhm.
And the only thing that I seen when she clicked it was his name. He was the victim in my case.
Wow.
Let me tell you what this motherfucker had did. He had the bar down on Beale Street drinking. Guess what else he was doing? The man had his dick out in the bar.
Oh,
The pastor.
Whoa.
this was the
Pastor,
past.
pastor had his clothes open down or whatever it was, right? So this young lady that was in the bar put their phone on him.
They
And
filmed
he
him.
noticed, huh?
She filmed him.
Filmed them. And when he seen it, he go across the bar like a phone out of hand. Right?
Mhm.
So at this time, by this time, she done got a phone. He done left the club.
Mhm.
She done got a phone, her little crew. It was three of them together. They leave. When they get out, they see him leaving the parking lot in the truck. She break their phone out of her ass again. Hitting
Mhm.
her, talking shit. Oh,
Mhm.
I seen the video. I seen it.
Mhm.
Bam in the truck, got his tag. He hop out the truck. Approached this woman, trying to take her phone. So the young lady and the dude that was with him, they fight,
Oh God. Okay.
right? All of a sudden, the girl who was filming this dude pulled that pistol up, popped him down right there. Bow, bow, killed him.
Whoa.
What? Damn.
That's why I
Mm-hmm.
don't even party anymore. I don't even go to none of these places no more.
That's why you see him at home.
Jeez. I don't even do that.
Right.
Oh wow, that's something else.
I know, right?
Mm-mm-mm.
Things
So
can go sour.
why I still got to be on parole and he did all this didn't happen. Ain't no more victim in mine. So I'm still suffering from a dead man.
I see.
Right?
How long is parole?
Couple years. Ain't shit.
You'll be all right. You'll make it through. It's for you. It's not about him.
I know it. I could have stayed in there till next year. I would have flattened out, but I couldn't take it.
All you need is a wife, Ricky. You just
I
need
know, right?
you just need a wife. That'll keep you out.
Mm, I hear what you're saying. They had a pastor, a guy was telling me about, and his mother used to donate all this money to that church. And when she died, They tried to reach out to that pastor, and the pastor wouldn't give anything for the funeral. Long story short, the pastor was murdered outside of his church. I'm not promoting violence, but all kinds of things happen in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I used to look up to those type of people. Not now. Not
All right.
now.
So when I found this out, I was telling a couple of my brothers, some of
Mhm.
my associates in prison, what had happened about this dude being the victim in my case,
Mhm.
and they were like, "Man, we know, dude, fucked up."
Oh
I'm like,
God.
"What you mean?" He said, "Man, dude, kicking it with them blood, man, dude, he's straddling the fence out there." I'm like, "Ooh, I would have never known that if I not shared that, my experience with this dude." So
Yes.
I talked to my brother-in-law. He said, "Man, yeah, Rick, he was out here straddling the fence and such and blah, they skipping." So I'm like, "Man, why didn't you tell me this in the beginning, man?"
Mm.
Oh, that's a whole nother life right there.
It's you know what? It seems like in every single city, as big as the city is, there are certain characters that are known and known by a lot of people. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
It's like you could call certain names in certain cities, and people have something to say about them. Of course, you have people who are under the radar, nobody knows them, but certain names get around, you
Yeah.
know, and people know them from all kinds of different stuff, and then when it's connected to the streets, people know other people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
That's for real.
gotta just be really careful. And I'm not saying anybody should be afraid, but I'm saying people gotta be careful of who they mess with, because you don't know who knows who.
Right.
You
Exactly, bro.
know, but
Exactly.
yeah, these churches are wild, man. I don't know how well the black churches are doing in America now, but in Canada they're not doing well. A lot of people are leaving.
Nikki, you been doing okay, though?
Uh,
You been doing okay?
why
Huh?
would you say that?
I mean, because you mentioned something about what you was going. I never noticed you
Yeah,
had
you
those.
was gone. Like you weren't here yet. You went back. It was like in 2022. I had some stuff go on with me.
Yeah.
Neurological shit that happened to me.
Hmm.
Uh, you
And
you
so I'm better now. I'm back.
right.
Thank God for that. Where would we
I
be
know,
without
right?
Nikki C? Yeah.
I know, right? That way.
Yeah, I was not doing good, but I'm back.
That's good.
And I don't remember some stuff because somebody said something to me the other day, and I didn't remember.
But you
But
remember me, huh?
yeah, I remember you. I remembered
Okay.
Clarita, and I remembered everybody. But it's just certain things about our interactions that I don't remember, like why you went to jail. That wasn't important enough for me to remember. But I remembered that we was getting married. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay.
Why you went to jail wasn't important to me. I guess
Right.
I forgot.
But it's so nice to have people that you communicate with. Maybe you don't see somebody for a while, and you can just send an email and say, "Hey, what's going on? How have
Hmm.
you been?"
I
That's
know,
really
right?
nice.
Just that simple gesture right there means a whole world, especially to a person like me. Right?
Yes, it does mean a lot. Yes.
But see, my phone don't ring.
Mhm.
Right? A lot of people that know me know I don't want to hear no fuckery. I'm not on no shenanigans. I'm not going to listen to your lies. So they
Right.
don't call me.
Okay.
Right.
I see.
Right.
I
Great
see. Because
shot.
I know sometimes Nikki C would email me and I'd email her. One time I was away from the platform, and Nikki C and reached out to me. It was so nice. I said, "Wow, the Cali connection."
I do that type of stuff. I keep up with people I care about, like my friends and stuff. I'll be keeping up with them. Like I'll find out. I'll check on you. I'll do all that. But
Means a lot, yeah. Because
you
I think
know,
I reached out to you when you were sick. I said, "Hey, Nikki C, get well soon."
hmm
It was nice. It was really, really nice,
So,
and especially people. Go ahead, sorry.
hmm,
I was gonna say, especially people who you've communicated throughout the years. You know, I'm on this platform from 2018. Can you believe that?
Yeah, we
2018.
out here for we all been knowing each other for a long time.
That's right.
That's
Right,
a
right.
long enough time that that we've been kicking it and talking to each other.
Yep.
So I'm gonna fly into Canada soon.
Absolutely. Whenever you're ready.
I
And you
can
know
go
what's the
wherever I go. I got a passport. What?
okay. Yes,
Mm.
get those flyer miles. And you know
You got
what's
your
really
new ID?
huh?
Yeah, you got your new ID?
Yeah, I got that other ID too.
Ooh.
I
And
got
you,
that before I got sick. I have been having that.
and you know what's nice about these platforms? We can come together as black people and chill out because on the jobs, two black people talking and everybody's all suspicious. You know what I mean? It's like we don't have many places where we can just chill out.
Right, right.
Oh,
Yeah, but this is one of those spots though. It
yeah,
could be it
Yes.
could be used as a tool for prosperity, or it could be the one that's gonna, plummet you steep deeper into this stupidity. You know what I mean?
exactly. Exactly.
But
Right.
today Friday, so we got Saturday and Sunday. We're gonna come back Sunday though, y'all. It's
Okay.
2 hours and 46 minutes. Man.
Okay.
I gotta
Bedtime.
yeah, I gotta shut this down.
Okay,
Okay.
no problem. No
Because I don't
problem.
like mine to go so long because I want people to do the rewind.
I
Okay,
know,
because I
right?
was trying to do mine earlier, but I couldn't get anybody. And then I said, "Oh, Nikki C's on. Let me show up."
Right,
Oh,
right.
You know. So,
I
thank you
appreciate
for having me. Yes,
yeah, I always appreciate when people come kicking with me because I don't get a lot of people that come on my channel.
it's all about the quality of people.
For whatever
Qual-
reason, I don't get a lot of times where I have this many people on my panel. I
Right.
appreciate y'all.
No problem. No
So,
problem. You
if
know.
I'm not tied up in the world, I'll pop up. You know what I mean? But most of the time, I'll be like out in the daytime. You know,
Hmm.
so I can't really be listening and looking and talking at the same time. 'Cause my ears and eyes be on where I'm at. You know.
Oh, something I wanted to say quick before you guys get off of here. They've introduced this nasty little style here where they're making beds and the beds are only one side. You know, traditionally you could flip over the bed. Are they doing that in America?
What do
Yeah,
you mean?
I think
Oh
that my
God.
mattress is like that. The last mattress that I bought. Now it's time for me to get a new mattress, but I think that I only can switch it. I can't flip it over, but I can turn it to the other side.
Oh
That's it.
God.
That's
What a
really
bunch of robbers.
So
Traditionally
that's
you
what
can always flip it over. Go ahead.
yeah.
I
You
love.
can always flip it over traditionally, but they changed that shit years back.
All right. So everything pillow top now, right?
Yeah, it's just like one side.
Yeah,
That's
Hmm.
it.
They
that's
being
crazy.
cheap because I think they ran out of materials or whatever the case. A lot of the materials are not the same no more, so I don't understand.
All right.
God, because I need a new I think I'm gonna have to change my bed. Oh my God.
I need a new mattress my damn self. I ain't gonna lie.
That
Oh
match is
my
high as hell.
They high too. I gotta get one.
Yeah.
But you know what? They not that high because you can get one from Walmart.
No, 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 that's a little too low. You can't do
Uh,
that.
They said you can get one
want
from
a
Walmart
good mattress?
for 50. You might as well. Shit.
You
That
want a you
one
want a real
Write
pillow
that
top?
down.
You want
If
a king size pillow top, brand new? You
and
better
then
come.
get you one of those mattress toppers, and then you be good. Anyway,
That sounds right.
yes. Uh-huh.
I
Okay, Nikki.
appreciate y'all, and y'all know what I want y'all to do. I want you to love yourself, know yourself, be true to yourself, and stay fly. And
Yeah,
always
man.
Absolutely.
speak your truth, y'all.
All right, Nikki C.
And
Take
I'll see
care,
you
Nikki
on the
Speed.
flip side of it.
All
Sheridan.
right.
All right,
Yes,
Marie.
speak to
Hey,
you
Marie.
again,
Thank you
Marie.
guys for coming
Okay.
through.
Good
No
night.
problem. All right.
Good
Take
night,
care.
good night,
Good
good
All
night,
right.
night.
guys.